is Rye's name different? When did that happen? I don't like that. Hi, guys. Oh, I'm kind of loud. Ooh. Chill, mama. Hi. Hi. I'm home. Honey. Let's move this over here. There we go. I haven't actually streamed in a long time.
Beautiful tits.
This is a lot.
And wreck. Love it.
I am logging onto my computer ASAP.
Claptree! Claptree, 8 months. That's crazy. I didn't know we've even known each other 8 months. That's insane. Hi, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the hosts. Hi. Hello. Welcome. If you're new, hello. Welcome. Yeah. So there's a lot we gotta talk about today. Alright? And I haven't streamed in a while. Like an actual stream.
Tits and
So you guys can't be mad at me if I stumble
Happy
over my
6
words.
months.
6 months! Happy 6 months, Amy! Oh my goodness. You look so pretty. Thank you. I just got home, like, an hour ago. And I hurriedly ate some food and got on here trying to get everything ready.
Beautiful tits and wreck. Love it.
There's a lot happening. Hold on. I need to, like, regain my composure. Mia, thank you for the 10 months!
Beautiful
That's insane.
tits
That's so crazy.
And wreck.
Love
it.
And Josh, thank you for this tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. And then Burpney Spears, thank you for the follow. Incredible. Thank you. Okay. So basically, I was gonna have people on here to talk with me, but right now, I just want to say what I have to say, and then maybe we'll get some other people on here. My computer's taking so fucking long. Okay, so basically, I tweeted a little tweet last night while I was watching the stream that Sibo was on Mom's channel, and they were talking about a tweet that Sibo had tweeted about women. I don't even remember what it was. It was just something about, what was it about? It was about, like, the Pokimane situation, I think. But I don't remember exactly what it was. And, so they were talking about, like, female streamers and shit, and I was, like, looking up things, because I had heard that there were only 2 female streamers in the top 100. It's actually 3, I looked it up, but I had heard before, like, with some friends, that there were only 2, and I wanted to fact check that. Hi Kay, hi Red, hi guys. And so I looked up, I was like, how many of the top female streamers, or no, how many of the top 100 streamers are female? And it's 3. There's 3. Wait. I'm Googling. Hi, Hannah. Hi, guys. Only 3 are women. Let me see who it is. I know it's Pokey, Amaranth, and someone else. And Pokimane is only number 39. Not even, like, that high up there. There are 17-year-old boys who are making way more money than Pokimane on this platform. Where does it say? It doesn't say who's the other 2. Hello? Oh, yeah, Pokey at number 39, Amaranth 48, and a German musician, Sintika. Yeah. Is number 3, I don't know who that is. No, according to this, no. This is from last October from the, like, Twitch leak. So, for this gets steep and it's a bad time. I love the fit. Thank you. This is just, I was in my last day of dog sitting and this is what I had left. So thank you. I appreciate that. So I wanted to like go through, so no one's even in the top 30. No, barely even in the top 40. Amaranth's only 49. Yep. Apparently. So, yeah. And you always hear about people being like, how does Amaranth make so much money? Like, obviously, she's a businesswoman. She has other ventures, right? Her main thing is not Twitch. But, like, she's not making that much compared to the top head honchos on this platform. And just think about how many people like make fun of her for making so much money on the platform when she's not even making that much comparatively. Yeah, for real, guys. I know, it's crazy. So basically, I wanted to go through the replies to this because I actually tweeted this. It's that gas station, dude. It's the gas station. Yeah, and the third one is only number 71. Pretty far down there. So, actually fucking insane. She makes a lot on Twitch to only be 49th. Yeah. Yep. Love's reply was my favorite. Yeah, me too. That's why I retweeted it. So basically, this is what I tweeted. I tweeted a screenshot of it. And I said, how, other females, how the fuck do you stay motivated with this? Because when I see this statistic, like, I genuinely started tearing up. Like, I cried. Last night when I saw this, I started crying. Because, like, we'll get into it. But, it's fucking demotivating. Seeing this and seeing that, like, already women face so much shit just in life. You know, that's just how it is. And then if you go by followers, yeah, so this isn't like followers. This is just making the most money, which you hear all the time. People are like, but women make so much money on the platform because boobies. Nope. Clearly not. Clearly this shit doesn't do anything, all right? So that's invalid argument. Invalid completely. But I get very demotivated all the time. That's more me thing. But especially thinking about how like I'm gonna put do not disturb on because this tweet's popping off and I don't want you guys to just hear my phone vibrating. But dude. I have like so much to say. I'm like exploding with things I want to say and then they just disappear in my brain. But what is this song? Hold on. I need to be comfortable. But like I have a lot of friends in this community, a lot of streamer friends who are male or male presenting. And so they have never had to deal with that, you know, kind of thing that women or female presenting or non-men people have to deal with, you know? Take a good Thanks, love. Thanks. I'm just gonna okay. Ah, Bud! Hi, Raiders. Hi, buddy. How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. Oh my god. We're talking about women. We're talking about men. And we're talking about Twitch. So if you guys want to stick around for that, we're gonna have a philosophical discussion about women on Twitch. Okay? So if you guys want to hang out, you're more than welcome to. How was your stream though? Tell me how your stream was and how it went and what did you do. But thank you. And welcome in, Raiders. Happy to have you here. What was I saying? I forgot how to stream. I can't do this anymore. You be it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you. I have a lot of male friends on this platform, who, you know, I love seeing my friends succeed. Of course, it's like my favorite thing. I love seeing my friends succeed. Like Chump's got partner, shit's fucking insane. Sibo was just on Mom's show. That was cool too. Like all my friends are doing fucking incredible, and I'm so impressed and proud, and I love them so much. However, it's a little demotivating seeing my male friends exceed so much more exponentially than me or many of my female friends. And that's not they're more entertaining, like, that's totally fine, have a good day. But like I love them, you know? Like, it's not anything against them at all. It's just like, that's how the platform is. That's just how it is, and it sucks. Thank you, Ubiot. Have a good day. Scribbles on the wall, thank you for the follow. But it fucking sucks, and it's very demotivating, and it's hard to not take that as I'm a woman, so I can't succeed in this field. Like, Mom? What? Who's Mom? But yeah, so that's this tweet got a little bit of attention. Box Turtle, thank you for the follow. It's still going up. Yep, there it goes again. But I woke up and it was at like 500 likes. I was like, holy fuck, why? Because this isn't a new statistic. This is from October. People have known about this, especially women on the platform. We've all known that this has happened, and this has been happening. We've known that we've been the minority, and it's very hard for us to succeed on Twitch. We've all known that this whole time, but apparently some people didn't fucking know that. Some people being probably men. So, I mean, there was one guy, I don't know if he saw my tweet, but he was, like, kind of more popular, and he tweeted, something like, just found out that only 3 of the top 100 streamers are women. That's crazy. I'm gonna start rating women now, and you guys should do the same. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. However, it seems very performative. And I don't know if they saw my tweet. They didn't like it if they did. But they did post it, like, this morning after this has been popped off, and, like, people that they know have seen this. I'm not trying to start drama, but, like, come on, man. A bit condescending. Yeah, a little bit. It's like taking pity. Which is not what we need. We need people to say, this is fucked up and we need to fix it. Not, I'm gonna give you guys some extra viewers for a couple minutes, and that will end all sexism. You're welcome. Like, that's not what we need. We need you to shut the fuck up, listen to women and non-men speaking their fucking truth and telling you how fucked up this is, and then back us up when we try to fix it. You know? Like, follow us, stay behind us, basically. We're the focus. Women are the focus in this scenario. We should be the ones solving the problem, and you guys back us up. That's all we need. Like, you don't need to pity follow or pity raid women just because that makes you feel better about being a man. Like, it's so stupid. Hi, Bae. Hi, guys. There's a lot of people coming in who are, like, first-time chatters, but I've seen you before because you've been in other chats. So we've communicated. But I heard... Oh, why was that deleted? It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Pi. Hi... What? No, don't ban Pi. He's fine. No. Unban him. That guy's okay. I've talked to him before. I heard we're discussing the lack of women in the top 100. Yup. Welcome in. Pie is delicious. True. Also, Bae, thank you for the follow. And I love melons. Thank you for the follow. Wait, I just got the name. Yeah, it's Pi. It's the number of Pi. Anyway, yeah, don't speak over women. It's that easy. Here for the spicy chat. Women, I know what you meant, Fair. It's okay. So basically, this got a lot of fucking attention, and now a lot of people are talking about this statistic and women on Twitch in general, just on Twitter, which I like to think that I kind of sparked that conversation. Of course, it's been an ongoing conversation for years, but I sparked a little convo. Hi, Fantanium. I'm a trendsetter, absolutely. So, I asked this actually, like, as a genuine question, because when I tweeted this, I was very sad, because I saw this, and I was thinking, how the fuck am I meant to continue streaming and, like, feel good about it, and hopeful about it, when, like, clearly the system is set up for me to fail? Like, this is a systemic issue. It's not like I'm not cool enough or like I'm not, like, it's not built for me. There's so many more women watchers on Twitch somehow. Yeah, I don't know. And the viewership of women, like women's, what am I saying? The amount of female viewers has only been going up. Like, I did a whole paper on this in college for the one term that I was in college. But, like, the gaming industry, because I guess, like, Twitch, I do air quotes because, like, Twitch is way more than gaming now. But, like, it's been opening up to women so much more over the years. Didn't get the notif. No! That's okay. Hi, Mika. It's been opening up to women over the years to watch, but not necessarily to be creators. So made by men for men, and then men have the audacity to wonder why women are pissed about it. Exactly. And it's not just Twitch. This is so many industries are like this. Like, comedy, you know, fucking any female comedian will tell you, like, it's fucking impossible. I've talked to Squid about this before, about how, like, I don't want to just be known as, like, woman with boobs. Like, it's hard to be woman with boobs and also be considered funny. And, like, I think Squid's insane. Yeah, hi, Squid. Squid is insane. I fucking love her. And I think she does, I don't know, she does everything perfectly. I love her so much. And she's fucking hilarious. And she doesn't, like, give a shit that people see that she has boobs, because that's just a part of her. Like, who cares? Like, what the fuck? And I admire that, and I love her for that. I usually only watch women, really, and it's strange that they haven't updated their algorithm. True! Exactly! Oh god, I'm trying to read. Changes are happening, but not fast enough. Yes, not fast enough to keep up with all of the women that are joining Twitch every fucking day. It's the fact that almost every man I have met has told me it's easier for me on this platform. Exactly, because they see boobs and they see, like, oh, so more people will want to watch you. But that's not the case at all, because when you want to be a comedian or an entertainer in some way other than just sexual, it's very hard, because men will just see the sex. That's not, of course, it's not all men. Not all men. But, like, not all men are gonna see me and be like, man, I wanna fuck that bitch. But, like, it's hard to separate those parts of me as a woman, to someone else. Like, someone else will look at me. Am I making sense? I'm peepo talking out of my ass. Not all men people talk. Yeah, for sure. For real. Why is I feel like my notifications are so loud, and I feel bad because, oops. We're all on VC together. I'm trying to keep up with chat. The amount of men who objectify women and then get mad at them for being popular when they aren't even in the top 30. Yup! Exactly. I'm yelling. Ooh, I feel bad. Oopsie. My bad. I hear that all the time, stupidest thing. Yup. I learned something about men, and not to be rude, because they're not all like that, but men usually don't get the struggle we have because the system is made for them. Exactly. They just don't get it. And for us, it's hard to explain to them because they just really can't think how it feels. Exactly. Especially white men. You know, like, men of color, they have their own struggles, obviously, and they can maybe feel more to what we might be going through. But, like, white men, this world is built for you. You built it for yourself. So, like, this is, you probably won't get it. You can sympathize, but you can't empathize with us. You don't get it. All you should need to do is shut the fuck up and listen and get behind us and support us. Like, that's all we need. I was gonna make a funny joke. You can make a funny joke, it's okay. Honestly, it's exhausting too. When you stream and a lot of dudes come in your chat to explain how to stream better, yeah, fuck that. The amount of times I've been told only have viewers because I'm conventionally attractive. Men cannot seem to acknowledge, that women can have a community that enjoys what they say rather than just wanting to see them naked. Exactly, yes. Like, there are plenty of comedians in, like, the stand-up comedy world, or, like improv, like, SNL. Like, there's so many, like, incredible women that have been on SNL who are fucking hilarious, but oftentimes they will get completely dismissed because they're a woman, and there's, for some fucking reason, there's this idea that women can't be funny, and it's become much less explicit over the years, but you see my mod, what are you doing? No. It's become a lot less explicit. Like, a lot of men won't just say women aren't funny, but, like, for example, when I'm trying to think of, like, jokes or bits that I could do, that might be funny, I oftentimes am like, well, I can't do that because it will be sexualized. Like, but I can't think of a specific example, but, like, if I were to do, as a woman, if I were to do, like, a fucking, like, yoga stream, right? That's sexualized. But if a man were to do a yoga stream, that's comedy. Why? Fucking why? Or like fucking, like, Twister, right? If a woman is playing Twister, that's sexualized. If a man is playing Twister, it's funny. If a woman is wearing a maid dress, that's sexualized. If a man is wearing a maid dress, it's funny. Why? Like, fucking why? And I have this thought every single time I try to come up with a funny bit or idea, like, try to be a better comedian, because, you know, I'm a comedian. I do my best. But, like, it's every single time I have to think, would this be sexualized if I do it versus if, like, one of my male friends did it? And usually the answer is yes. Or it's just boring because it's like, it's not as funny when a woman does it. Men used to wear makeup, now it's weird because, now it's sexualized. There's a legitimate reason I frequently do streams that I purposely look ugly so I'm not sexualized. Exactly. Like, for women, the funny thing to do is to, like, make yourself look ugly. Why? Fucking why? But then when, like, a man puts on makeup, that's funny. I don't get it. That's also just, like, gender roles and stereotypes, and, like, sexuality also, because it's considered gay for a man to wear a dress or to put on makeup. So then it's all of these issues are under the umbrella of, like, fucking, this is happening because of systemic sexism and misogyny. Like, all of this shit, even, like, this is why sexism affects fucking everyone, even if you're a fucking guy, okay? Everyone. Because you'll be called gay for doing things that are perceived as feminine. I'm out of breath. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm peepo talking. Let me catch up if there's anything that I missed. If I stream and I don't wear makeup, people make comments about it? Yep. Oh, I gotta look through follows. I got too many. Doka, Salma, Wuzzy Bagel, and Jack the Alien. Thank you guys for the follows. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. I'm not even a creator, but if I make a joke, literally no one laughs, but then 2 seconds later, a white man will make the same joke and everyone will laugh. Yep. But that's not only on Twitch or online, that's the society. Yes, exactly. I'm out of breath. If a girl is doing a just chatting advice stream, all the questions are sexual. Yeah. Yes. When I first started streaming, I was terrified to do just chatting. I didn't do just chatting for months. Because I was scared of being just under that category because of how, like, there's fuzz. I was scared of just being sexualized. Like, I wanted my face to just be, like, on a tiny little square in the corner. I didn't want it to just be the whole screen, because then people can see me better and can make gross jokes about me. And the first just chatting stream that I did was when I dyed my hair the first time in, like, March last year, I think. And someone came in. I actually have a TikTok on it. It's like one of my first TikToks. Someone came in and told me to turn around and bend over. I was doing my fucking hair. Like, I was wearing a t-shirt. I was just doing my hair, and this dude tells me to bend over. And, like, the first thing I think was, oh, like, this is what I get for being on Just Chatting. Like, I was blaming myself for just wanting to, like, hang out and do my hair on stream. Because that's how, like, fucked up it is. Hi, Mia! Oh my god. Just doing stereotypical feminine things. Yeah. It's, oh yes, when men do things that are considered feminine, it's, like, groundbreaking and brave, like Harry Styles. You're so right, bae. The amount of men trying to mansplain the issue. Yeah, I will I haven't even gotten to the replies on the tweet yet. I have so much to say. Like, Amy Schumer, I have guy friends that have absolutely gutter humor, but as soon as it's about vaginas, it's gross. Yep. Yeah. So, women making sexual jokes about themselves is perceived as, like, gross and, like, too much. But, when men make jokes about us in sexual situations, it's funny. Because we're seen as, like, sexual property and not our own people who have our own thoughts in our brain. And, like, no, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Amy Schumer. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of comedians. That's the thing. I'm not a huge fan of much of stand-up comedy. It's not really my thing all the time. Except for that one guy, fucking James Acaster. That's off topic, but I like that guy. I work in a hi Addie, Amy Poehler. Yeah, and like I said, like, so many women on SNL have been, like, so fucking funny. All the staff were lads, even the manager was involved in ew. Yeah. Men need to just stop talking about their dicks. I think, like, the world would be happier in that scenario. I say, women, we start oppressing men. If a man says a joke, don't laugh. You say the same joke over and get all your homies to laugh instead. Yeah! I've seen so many comedians make the same type of jokes about their penis, and it's considered funny. Exactly. Yes. Okay, comrade. It's the only way to make it fair. Okay, I want to go through the tweet. But Sadie, you shouldn't compare yourself to people who are successful. Okay, then how the fuck are you supposed to... Okay, sorry, I can't read. Then who the fuck is supposed to inspire me then? Exactly. It took me a sec to read that, but yes. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Okay, we've got almost 4,000 likes. Cool. Didn't expect that. So basically, yeah, I also tweeted, I genuinely, every time I think of a funny idea, I have to think if it won't be considered funny because I'm a woman, which we talked about. My guy coworkers openly talked about watching hentai for an hour, and all my girl coworkers left the room because it was disgusting. Yeah, I would too. Like, nah. I think you're funny. Thank you, Star. But Star, whenever Star compliments me, I don't believe it. So, sorry. Sick of Kyle Mooney fan camps. Give me my Cecily Strong compilations. I love Cecily Strong. Actually, like, very fucking funny. I love her. Sorry, English isn't my first language. My bad. Yeah, sorry, Star. There's a Dutch comedian who told a story about his son was singing a rap song where they were cursing on a woman. And he said, I don't care that it's a song, you don't respect women. And he got applause from the audience. It's really cool. That is cool. Yeah. But then again, like, why did he feel the need to, like, mention that? I feel like you should be able to, like, men should also just be able to do good things and not have to, like, tell people about it and get praise. Men say the bare minimum and get applauded. Yeah. But, I mean, that is good on him, if that story is true, because, of course, like, comedians tend to make shit up. Yeah, I feel like you should just do good things to do them. To make life better for people. Like, don't do it so that you can get applause from people, you know? The performative, yeah. Yep, if you if I asked you to name the 5 most famous singers, artists, music groups, football, yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, like, a lot of the, we'll get into that, actually. There's a comment I want to talk about. Okay, so I said that, and then did anyone say anything specific to this? Okay, yes. So, talking about kids and stuff, I don't remember exactly, it wasn't because, right, okay, for sure. Okay, so to this one about, like, having to think about things, got praised for using someone's correct pronouns? Nah, dude. Having to, like, think if things I do will be funny because I'm a woman, like, is a everyday occurrence. And then this guy says, this sounds more interpersonal than the numbers of Twitch. To which I said, if you read the replies, you'll actually see that this is a societal issue that bleeds into Twitch, and many other women on the platform feel the same way. Right? True. Real. She's based. And he said, yeah, but doubting your jokes and self-worth in comedy isn't from the numbers of Twitch. There are so many professional female comics. Those female comics have plenty of male fans for their comedy. Just say your jokes and be proud of what you're doing. More than most than that shit on you. Which, like, yes, right? You should be proud of yourself but my point is that it's very difficult to do that when the system is built against you, right? And it's not just Twitch. I'm not at all just talking about Twitch right now. Twitch is an example that I'm using a statistic from because it affects me directly every day. Is this person a man? Judging by I'm assuming so. His name is Big Meme Jad. I think so. Just don't complain about it. I don't want to hear about it, man. Yeah, I'm sure. But just be confident. Yeah. And, like, of course, part of it is very interpersonal. And I do have confidence issues, but that's not really the point. It's that a lot of people have the same issue as me. A lot of women on this platform, especially, like, I would say probably especially comedians on the platform, or, like, women who play games that are more directed towards men. So, like, first-person shooters, all of those. Any esports? Esports is a big one. Any of those, pretty much. But then, on the other side of the coin, even if you do play the games that are meant for women, like Sims, or, like, Animal Crossing, or, like, just the comfy stuff, you get made fun of also. So, you can't really win. There's no solution. You just have to do what you want to do, basically, in that situation. But, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this comment. Even Minecraft, on God, if I'm not a tall, if you're not, like, a tall, skinny white boy with brown curly hair, you will not make it in Minecraft. How about a successful, unconfident man? Saikuno. Yeah, Saikuno isn't confident. Flip this around and make it about something else, like men's rights. Yeah. Yep. For real. Okay. So, I asked this as a genuine question to other women because I wanted, like, to find out how to not be affected by this number. And most of the comments are from women just being like, I fucking don't. Like, I don't stay motivated. This affects me. So, I've got a slew of people here who are proving to everyone that this is a big issue, not just in my brain. but it's societal and systemic and all the other fancy words, and Twitch doesn't do shit about it. Let me find some that I like. It's a lot of the same stuff. Absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, it is. The fact that, like, this many people, and this is just, like, in my community, too, mostly, this many people are feeling the same way, that they don't have a chance. And they're just, like, shooting in the dark. It's awful. I was gonna reply this, basically just force myself to... Yeah, okay, yeah, Bree plays FPS. She plays first-person shooters. She plays those gun games, right? Insane. Love her to death. This is part of the reason why I don't know if I'll ever do content creation. Valid. Fair. Yeah, and this isn't just on Twitch. This is fucking everywhere. YouTube, same shit. It's just probably less apparent because there's so many realms of YouTube. Yeah, and then KP, I just want to point out, KP said some, like, yeah, women have it easier on Twitch, you know, that whole thing. KP said that and got 79 likes. I just want to point that out. But if you get confronted with this as a woman, and you know that it's about the system, really affects every woman. Yeah, this affects fucking everybody. What was this? Nah, let's read this. No. Let's read this message. Well, if you look at most streamers with women, they don't talk. They just sit there on their phones. Okay. Interesting. Do you want to add to that, actually? Do you care to... Can you elaborate? Do you see me on my phone? I don't actually go on my phone when I'm streaming at all, personally. I don't know any of my friends who are women who do that either. So, I don't know. Do you want to elaborate on that? Do you want to give examples? Even when I watch, like, other streamers. Amaranth. She doesn't go on her phone. She watches stuff sometimes while she's doing ASMR, but, I mean, she's streaming for many, many hours on end. I said most women. It does not say that you did that, did I? Well, he's saying most women, but I don't know a single woman who does that. So, either that's reflective on the streamers that you choose to watch. I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's just you're watching boring streamers. Because I've never seen anyone do that personally, women or man. So, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Can I bop? No. I want to see where this goes. Do you have, like, specific examples? Any female on Twitch can't cook. All they know is McDonald's, try their phone, twerk, be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. How dare you check your phone on stream? My phone is on Do Not Disturb, actually. I have not even touched my phone. Yes, I'm on Twitter on stream, but that's because that's what this whole stream is about, is this tweet, because it sparked a lot of conversation. I don't normally just sit on Twitter on stream. I just realized a Waitress song is playing. My bad. Ignore that. Sparked so much conversation via VC. I'm so glad. Man's really saw you on Twitter like he's never seen anyone have a meaningful conversation before. Yeah, for real. I have so much to say on this, dude. I'll get some people in here, and any of my women friends, non-male friends who would like to join me in a sec, we will do that. If you're an SM piss, just be ready. We can hang out in there. Wait, you looked for people? I went to 6 random streams. They were all playing games. No, guys, I said most. You don't get it. You don't get it. I said most. Not you. Not those 6 people that you saw. Not like anyone who's live right now, but most of the time. Most of the time, there's someone's on their phone. I can't escape it. How are you? Like, just go to someone else. That's so funny to me. I've seen Tommy and it, Miskiff and Hassan on... Oh yeah, I've seen Hassan on his phone all the time. What the fuck? Hassan's like always on his phone. Yeah, Star goes on his phone. You can't tell though because he's faceless. Yeah, Hassan just like sits there scrolling on his phone while something's playing on the screen. Oh my god. And I will say, content, the meta of like just watching shit, like the MasterChef meta, fucking hate that. So lazy content. I will say that. But that was started by men mostly. I choose the word most so I don't have to give out statistics. True. Hassan could still sit on his phone and not say a word and still pull 30k. Yup. Pretty much. Yeah, because, like, the whole MasterChef thing and just, like, watching, like, full episodes and movies of TV shows, like, what are you... I would argue that's lazier, but also most of the people doing that are, like, the top streamers. I don't think people are doing it much anymore, but I don't know. What was that? I have no idea. I hated that. It's like what are you doing? Just go watch TV. You clearly don't want to be here. If they make it entertaining. Yeah, exactly. If they're like pausing it and like commenting and like being entertained, like that's reaction. But if they're literally just like playing it and then they're like on their, it's like you're setting up your chat in front of an iPad to watch Cocomelon while you go and do other shit so you don't have to babysit them. Like, that's literally what you're doing, and they're giving you money for it. It's ridiculous and so lazy. I hate it. They deserve to get banned if they're just watching TV. Like, what are you doing? MasterChef is over now, but they're finding another thing. Yeah. They'll find whatever. Okay, continuing on with the conversation. We've derailed a little bit. Let's focus up. Kay said cry. Yeah. Total Drama Island's next? No. No. Good show, but God. Male Twitch streamers watching shows, adult male Cocomelon. Yeah, they're just bored with streaming, but they have to stream a certain amount because they're like big guys, partners, they have contracts. Anyway, to be serious though, some days I ignore it because it'll just discourage me, and other days I remind myself that it's like that, so it encourages me to keep pushing. Valid! I wish I could do that. But yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I just... what is this? Fucked up. Just curious, who are these 3? Don't think I'm insensitive at all. Came after being... Google it. What? Don't tweet about it. Just Google it yourself. Carl Jacobs. Okay, yeah. I used to be a Carl Jacobs stan, right? But his fucking content is literally just watching TV now. And it has been for months. His whole alt was meant to just be, like, a way to watch TV on stream and not get in trouble for it. Because if Twitch banned, like, fucking Carl Jacobs or Tubbo, we're having uprisings in the Capitol, baby girl. Like, that is not going over smoothly. So they're never gonna do that. Those kids can do whatever the fuck they want. They're invincible. But they will ban Pokemon. Yeah. Also, to break away from it, I'm happy to be at another city stream. Oh, stop. I want to find one that I have something to add to. My refusal to give up. Valid. This one's funny. It makes me happy. It means I only have to beat men to get to the top. That's funny. We don't. I don't. A lot of people are just saying they just don't. They don't. That's so, like, sad. You know? I mean, I don't either. It's just sad that this is a conversation that has to be had. That one guy I argued with? Oh, we'll get to it. Fedya, thank you for the follow. Hi! Dude. Who's that? Oh, thank you for the host, too. Yeah, a lot of people said that they, like, want to be, like, the change in that statistic, which I think is fucking sick and dope. It's sad it's a universal experience. Yeah, absolutely. Good night, Hannah. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that they, like, want, they were like, I want to, like, be part of the change, you know, which is fucking sick, which is is exactly what we need, you know? We need some fucking radicals that are gonna throw hands. That's what we need. A few years ago, it would have been 0. Actually based and true and probably accurate. Amaranth joined, like, last year. Pokemon's only been here not that long, I feel like. And I don't know the other person. I mean, I'm sure there were others who were on the top and fell off. But I don't know. Oh, water? Okay, I will do that. That one guy, yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, a lot of people were saying out of spite. I would say that's the most common response. I think Gab was the one that probably boosted it to start with. Damn you, Gab. I love Gab, though. Cringe guy, absolutely. I was trying not to fight with people, though. Because as a woman, when you fight with people, you get a little too passionate, people will call you crazy. So I would try not to do that and not to, like, discredit my arguments. But then you guys did it for me, so it was great. I dissociate to the point that I forget I exist as a living human being on Earth. That's healthy. That's good. Like, I just step away from reading the replies. Yeah. Yeah, Ver responded to that guy first. I thought it was funny. Okay. Dead meme, but love that. Thank you. Thank you, Tori? I don't know. Thank you. Antidepressants really do wonders. That's funny. It's a good one. Focus on being happy with my content. Poggers. I can't do that. I don't do that. I am never happy with my content. That's not true. I'm not often happy with my Twitch content, but my YouTube shit, like, that gets me pumped up. Like, I've been working on something else recently for YouTube, and I'm, like, very excited about that. But, yeah, new video coming soon. Soonish. I have a hangnail. Anyway. I have so much respect for women on Twitch. You guys are the most hardworking, motivational people I've ever met. Love. I love love. Love is so sweet. That's not a big number. No, it's not. Yeah, spite. Pure spite. I'm gonna be the fourth one. Nice. I'll have major bitches. Valid. I don't. Valid. Spite. Proving them wrong. So spite. A lot of people just, like, said this quote. And, like, quote retweeted it, too, and said that. They're like, they say women have it easier on Twitch. Yep. They do say that. It's not true. Smile. Is there anything, like... It's actually interesting. That I'm also curious about average earning for men and women on Twitch. This is quite possibly... It's quite possible the biggest Twitch accounts are male, but females earn more on average because it might be easier to get a decent following. For the anger, I'm not saying that that's the case. I like that. I like, before the anger. Before you get mad. Can I have zoom in? Oh. Yeah, I thought that was funny. But actually, this stat is, like, the most earning, not follower count. Because it's from the Twitch leak that happened. Like, how much money everyone made. This said, I don't want to be a top earning streamer. Which is totally valid and fair. I don't see that anywhere in my sites at all. I don't even see partner in my sites at all anymore. So when I stream, I stream. And it's hard to get that motivation to stream in the first place. But yeah, I like this. Even my family told me women have it easier when I started. It hurts so much because even though I'm non-binary, my family decided to reduce me to having boobs. Oh my god. Who we gotta beat up? Yeah, who's the third? People just tweeting at me instead of Googling things. I'm stubborn. Yeah. I quit Twitch for YouTube for this reason and a few others. Demotivating for sure. Which I didn't look up, or I did try to look up the top, like, YouTubers, but most of the top YouTube channels are, like, brand channels. However, the top streamers that are YouTubers that I recognized that were on that list were all men. So it's definitely not just a Twitch issue. Yeah, you can put a link in chat. It's definitely not just a Twitch issue at all. It's an everywhere issue. But I think YouTube is just it's a lot less apparent. 'Cause there's so many different realms of YouTube. But I feel like Twitch is a lot more, like, zoned in and specific. And just, like, entertainment. And YouTube is fucking everything. All the women for myself. Yeah, valid. Okay, yeah, this is Love's response, which I loved it. And I teared up from. So, we have this. The only advice that I can give you is from personal experience from being a woman of color, because I'm not a streamer. But it's just a case of accepting that the world is against you. You will never get an answer why, because there isn't a good answer as to why people hate you. This doesn't mean that you need to accept the hate you get, but you do need to understand that it's just the way it's going to be for the time being. There will be people who don't appreciate your content by just being you because they're miserable themselves. So, whatever. Don't compare yourself to your male peers, which is something I do every fucking day. You just can't compete with them, and it's not because of you, it's just because of the society we live in. I wish I could give better advice than you need to accept it, but it's just the way it is and how it's going to be. But just know that I believe in you, and I believe you can be as big as you want to be. Oh, maybe you can't post links. Oh, man. Can you put the link in my Discord? Because I'm not gonna, go through my settings right now. I don't want to do that. It sucks that it just has to be like this for now. Yeah, I mean, that's just... You can't just, uproot a fucking societal issue in a day. Unfortunately. So, on my way! Just pretend. Yeah, good. I got some, bigger streamers responding to this. I take month-long breaks and then cry when I lose followers. Yes, me. I do this. I'm not gonna look through all of these. Friends from Girlbossing, Spite. I don't. Spite. I don't. That's Fluctra. I know Fluctra. Determination. I burnt out. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We got a Katie Bugs reply. Insane. Hold on. What is this? Female Twitch streamer earnings are over 7,000% less than earnings by men. 7,000? That's a big number. Yeah, a little bit. Out of the top 500 esports players, only 11 of them are female. 500. The top 500. Dude. That's quite remarkable considering 45% of content creators on Twitch are women. That fucking terrified me.
Girls supporting girls.
Girls supporting girls. Thank you. Dog Bomb. Yo, thank you for the raid. Oh my god. Little rainbow hearts. I love that. We love the gays here. We're talking about women on Twitch. Bit of a serious topic, but we're mainly just complaining. If you guys want to join and hang out, that's totally cool. If not, also totally cool. How was your stream? What did you do? What was it? How tell me all about it.
Beautiful tits and rack. Love it.
Love it. We'll chill. Aw. So you had a serious topic going on. That's sweet. Thank you for the follow too. And oh god. Pale Rider, thank you for the follow. I did it. I read it, guys. Oh my god. So this article we just opened up says, hold on. Hello? Scroll up. What was that? Oh. Female Twitch streamers' earnings are over 7,000 less than earnings by men. So we're yelling about that right now. It's insane. Change the rap game as we know it. That's incredible. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Are there any more stats? Competitive Dota 2 playing... that's a lot of money. Who's that? Lottie! Thank you for the follow. Hi, Lottie. Oh my god, another waitress song. Please. Please. That's insane. Thank you, love, for this article. My god. Waitress. We're not listening to waitress songs. That's not what we're doing. Mitsuki, thank you. Hi. Hello, welcome in. Hurts to know the platform you love so much is actively working against you. Yeah. Sadie discussing the negative impact of gendered stereotypes and societal expectations. Hey, yo, this man raps. Hey, yo! That's so funny. This whole stream just said, yeah, me too. Hey. I know you were saying hi to Brandon, but hi. I say hi too. Yeah, we got a Katie Bugs reply, which I was kind of scared she would ratio me, but she hasn't yet, so that's good. She just says, so basically and Raiders, if you're not caught up, we're talking about this tweet that I tweeted earlier about, I said, I was asking female streamers how they stay motivated when only 3 of the top 100 are women. So we're reading the replies right now. Where were we? Are those super loud for you guys too? Or is that just me? Angela, thank you for the... Oh my god, why are they... Oh, I just gotta turn this down. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Angelo, thank you for the gifted. Thank you, Angelo. Okay, they should be better now. My bad. Sorry, guys. Spite. Yeah, a lot of people are saying spite. It's generally upsetting because whether or not men want to help or try to amplify women's voices, there will always be more men who will shit on us. Yup. It didn't finish before I sent it. That's okay. I'm gonna get in a call if any of my SMPIS ladies wanna join me in the call. We'll do that in a second. If you guys want to get in there. If you guys have anything to say. I know Squid said she had a lot to say, and Ginny... Me when SMPIS ladies. Spite, I don't... Hold up. What do you mean by that? We'll move on. Spite. Oh, here's this guy. The audacity. What does he mean by that? Oh, interesting. Oh gosh. My bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to jiggle you around like that. That's my bad. That grammatically didn't make sense. Okay, so this guy, let's talk about Reach Cole, alright? This guy caused a little conversation. He said, don't base the success on the top 1% of anything. That'd be like saying it's discouraging to be a female business owner because there's a disproportionate amount of millionaire male business owners. And I said, yeah, it is discouraging to be a female business owner. It's discouraging to be a woman in any male-dominated industry. Okay? And he said, well, sure. Oh, God. He said, well, sure, it's discouraging to be a male in a female-dominated industry, too. I just think looking at the top 1% adds unnecessary pressure in any industry, which is fair. As a man, you might have that thought, right? However, not the same thing. This guy wants to be oppressed so bad. This is just not, it's not the same thing. It's not at all the same thing. I have no thoughts. Thank you, Joy. As a male, I think I'd know what it's like to be a woman in a male-dominated society. That's funny. Juicy Boy, thank you for the follow. And Mitsuki, thank you for the follow. Thank you, guys. Which, like, yeah, this is just an ignorant take. I don't think he realizes that this is an ignorant thing to say. Because he just does it, like, he can't understand it. You can't compare being a male in a female-dominated industry, which, off the top of my head, I can't think of any. I'm sure there are some. Can't exactly think of a single one, if you guys want to help me out. But you can't compare that to being a female, the minority and oppressed, in a male-dominated industry. Which male-dominated industry is any STEM field, any medical field, any entertainment field, athletics, what else? What am I missing? Fucking government, politics, fucking lots of things. Lots of things, most things. Finance, yeah, business, art, music, culinary. The only female-dominated field I can think of is caregiving, but it also used to be male-dominated. Caregiving, the idea that women's job is to take care of children, or, like, I guess, like, old people. I don't know what kind of caregiving we're talking about. But, like, that all stems... The only reason that's a female-dominated industry is because you're pushed into that industry. It's not, oh my god, by society you are meant to believe that your natural job is to be a caregiver. You are meant to be a mother, and you're meant to cook and clean for your husband and not have any dreams or ideas of your own. You're meant to just be a supporter. If that's the only female-dominated industry that we can think of, it's not even an industry. It's just... Oh my god. He has also agreed with you. He said it would be discouraging male, but, so he agrees, but he still tries to argue the other side. Strange. Yeah, I don't know. Dude. I saw a quote or a post somewhere that said everyone goes through something, then continues to say, sure, everyone goes through something, but the focus right now is that, yes, exactly. It's like I hate to compare it to this, but it's like Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. It's like, well, men have issues too. Yes. Of course. Everyone has issues. However, this huge systemic issue that has evolved into into this giant monster that, like, is the root of so many issues in the world doesn't affect you. I feel like that should probably be higher on the to-do list of things to fix than, like, yeah, men have their own issues, but many of those men's issues are, like, what am I thinking? Effects of, no. Caused by the patriarchal society that we have. Patriarchy is the cause of many of men's issues, and they don't realize that. That makes sense. Men really care about the issues that they talked about, except they can't because the societal expectation laid out. Yes, exactly. Exactly. The reason, if they try to pull out, well, men aren't allowed to cry or show emotions. Yes, because you fucks did that to yourselves. Your ancestors fucking decided that it was unmanly. Because being a woman isn't something you want to do. Because it's weak to be a woman and do things that women do. So then you've decided that to be a man, you have to be masculine, and you have to be muscular, and you have to not show emotion, and you can't, oh my god. Dude. If it's not a white cis male who is the one with the problem, they'll almost always brush it off and say it's not a real issue. Yes. Exactly. True. Popular male issue, not talking about your mental health. Guess who set the fucking standard? Exactly. Women aren't gonna set standards for shit. We can't. We don't have the power to do that. That's all you guys. Y'all doing that to yourselves. Of course, it's not a good thing. We don't support that. We want everyone to be able to express themselves and be who they are. But it's not our fault that you guys have these standards for yourselves. That's on you. Of course, not specifically you, but the generations of men that came before you that have decided that this is what it's like, this is what it should be to be a man. Made for men by men. It's like when men say a woman needs a man for protection. Okay, protection from who? Yeah, valid. Exactly. Oh my god. Anyway. I'm just talking, man. Whew. We have to see men not saying we need to change, but making changes. Exactly. And just saying that, like, I'm a male streamer, so I'm gonna just raid female streamers now, and that'll solve sexism. No. No, bitch. Like, yeah, it's a nice gesture, but it's more just, like, it's more apologetic, and, like, you're taking pity on us. It's not necessarily you're trying to solve the issue at the root. You're just trying to put a Band-Aid on it and say that you did something to help. That was not about anyone who rated me today. I want to make that very clear. That was about a tweet that I saw. So if you're like, oh man, I should not have rated this bit. No, I'm sorry. That was not about you. I appreciate you. Also, the fact that white dudes always bring up the suicide stats. Yes, I was going to say that also. The suicide stats, and also the fact that fathers don't usually get full custody of children in divorces. That is because women are told that they are the fucking they should take care of them. They are meant to do it. Like, that's, fathers are dicks. Yeah, that too. But it's mainly like, we're meant to be caretakers. And even in situations where a father might be a much better caretaker, it's very hard to prove that a mother is unfit. It's extremely difficult. At least in America. I don't know how it is in any other country, but I know here it's very, very difficult. You need, like, proof of, like, drug abuse or any kind of, like, abuse or something like that. Like, anything else, they're like, oh well, you're the mother. Sorry for the weird response to your tweet. I do not care. I do not care. I don't know. I just see straight white men bring up suicide stats to me. Indigenous people have higher suicide stats, so at this point, it's invalid. Yeah. Yep. It's actually the opposite, because the court system who's in charge of my area, fathers are catered more to, because the women are too mad. Oh. Ew. That's also gross. There are definitely some cases when the dad should get custody. My bad. And don't, because it's seen as a woman's role. Yep. True. Exactly. I hope everyone is taking notes. I hope all you men in chat are taking notes. Thank you, Angelo. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks. We can talk about this. There'll be a test on this. Okay, got you. Thank you, Brandon. Jesus Christ, I'm stuttering now. Ooh. Not open notes. You better study. No Quizlet. Okay. So this guy, just missing the point. And David said, you saying it's discouraging to be a male in a female-dominated industry seems so condescending. If it was the other way around, most likely you would agree with it. If so, what is that? In so many industries, men are the majority, especially if you're white. If you look at the top 100. Oh, there's more I didn't read. Hi, Haley. Hi, Haley. Let's not forget when they preach not all men when doing exactly what behaviors we're talking about. Yeah, that too. That's, yeah, tough. Wait. No. Wait, Neil Young. I don't remember who that is. I was thinking of Neil Diamond. Never mind, I don't care. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Oh. Clay, in your message, you made an unfortunate typo that got auto-modded. If you can say what you said again. Yeah. That's okay. I know it was a typo. You're okay. I want to see what you said, though, so say it again, please, so I can see what you said. Series 8. Shut up! Neil Young is a country singer? Hold on. I don't know any of these songs. Okay, we're fine. Okay, fuck that guy. Oh well. Okay. Hi, Gab! Hi, Gab. Gab, I think you were probably the first person to boost my tweet. So I think you're big reason as to why this fucking popped off. Thank you, Gab. The thing that gets me about Mr. Business Guy's comment is he will never know what it's like to be a man in a female industry. A female-dominated industry. Like, he literally just won't unless everyone gets together and makes changes. Yeah. Thank you, Clay. And the way men go, not all men, and then proceed to go and say all women. Yeah. I think it kind of popped up by itself. No, I went to bed and it had, like, maybe, like, 40 likes. And then I woke up and it had, like, 500. And I was like... But I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was perfect storm. I can't read anymore, man. My brain is mush. I've been reading too much and talking for too much. Too long. Fuck. I can't do this. Not all men. Man is all men. Bye, Misuki. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. I remember liking it last night with under 100. Yeah. So I think it's at like 4,000 right now. Or 3,000. I don't know. I like this one. Put the mic down, bro. Effective. Bro, stop. VC, yeah, I'll get in VC. Guys, get in VC. If you're an SMPist, you want to talk, get in VC. Get in bucket. Get in bucket. Irrelevant to the conversation. Oh, we'll talk about this one. Relevant to the conversation, TBH. Bucket. Do I not have bucket? No. Liam. Where's Liam? Just trying to say that you shouldn't measure your capacity for success based on the 1%. Which is a valid thing, I suppose. He's trying to be inspirational. He's trying to be encouraging. I get it. Didn't hit, though. Didn't convey that very well, personally. Brandon be going the fuck off. Free to leave when, oh my god. Hit and a fucking miss. How he says it inherently undermines your argument. Yeah, true. Yeah. There's so much more than that 1% who deserves the attention and success. Yeah, exactly. Who says abysmal in a tweet? What? The way he goes, didn't realize it was controversial. Then Brandon says, listen, the conversation is about a statistic showing that only about 3% of women make it to the top of Twitch. No. I know what you were trying to say, but you said this incorrectly. 3% of women do not make it to the top of Twitch. It is a much smaller, much smaller number than 3%, of the women on Twitch. But we're talking... the 3% is the people. You got the right spirit. Yeah, I appreciate the gumption. But it's the 3% of the top 100 are, 3 women out of 100. 3% of the top streamers are women. Very important distinction. But the amount of people that make it to the top of Twitch, the amount of women that make it to the top of Twitch is much tinier. It's a much smaller thing, because it's 3, if you look at it as a fraction, it's not 3 out of 100, it's 3 out of fucking every woman on Twitch. That's a much smaller percentage. Does that make sense? I wonder if the Queen stream she'd make 4. Probably. Where's AOC when you need her? Get AOC back on Twitch. Lizzie would do numbers. Absolutely. See Among Us streams. Yep, that's what we need. Lizzie would eat. Oh my god. It's not about measuring your success, it's about showing that there's actual proof that women do in fact have it harder than men. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Brendan. Oh my god. I've been talking too long. Oh my god. It shouldn't demotivate you. Whatever. Ratio. Don't care. Okay. Oh my god. Thanks, Angelo. What else? Is there anything else? So true and base. What is this? Offensive? Oh, it's just hashtags. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll go on VC now. Okay. I hope these guys have something to say.
Because I had my vaccine.
What's up?
Hi.
Sadie.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm
Jack.
great.
Oh yeah, hi Chad, I guess.
So, what do you guys have to say about this situation?
I just think it's really
So
funny.
much.
Really, really funny how a lot of men, when they see women like calling out issues that predominantly affect women or feminine presenting people, that they pull out the, well, not all men. Like, motherfucker. We know it's not all men.
It's enough.
We go out of our way to not offend the men that like aren't like that in our lives. And if you're offended, it's literally because it was meant to offend you. Like,
Yeah.
problem.
Oh
Who's
my
that?
gosh.
Oh, it's Moses.
It's Moses. Hi.
Hi.
Ah, yes, the women of Piss.
Yes, the women of SMP.
We're Squid.
Squid.
Yeah,
walked
hold
away
on,
from-
hold on.
What?
Oh no.
Is Squid here?
Not yet. Squid will probably
Balls
be
of
here.
God. Thank you for the follow.
I'll just
Yes.
add.
Although
Yeah.
Balls right now, not welcome in the conversation.
Based.
Unless you are a woman with balls.
That's crazy. Because actually,
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
hello,
Gotta snip them. We gotta snip them off.
Cry.
the ball pit is being cleaned right now. Oh, gee. This is not about men. Get the balls
My
out of
other
here.
account got banned.
We're
Oh,
squidink-a-dink.
Oh no.
I need squid.
Literally walked away from her computer right before I left the VC.
No.
I'm a little upset.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
She'll make her guest appearance. She'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be here.
Yeah.
You're not. Are you gonna show Discord at all?
Yeah, I can, just so people know who's talking.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were, because I was gonna turn my camera on if you weren't.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do
Not
that.
doing that then.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
don't do that. Here, I'll
Don't
put
do
it
it,
on
don't do
mic.
it.
Oh my gosh, I've got like my
I've-
brand new
I've
microphone for this too.
faced-
Wait, say, did I tell you I got a new mic?
I have a face.
You did not. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I have a new mic. I sound
Wait.
not awful now.
It doesn't sound. Bear sounds even sexier.
Oh my gosh. Notice how there are hardly any male presenting mods. Such a fuck.
Bro.
Ugh,
I know it is a
men.
joke, but I still just wanted to tell Angelo to shut up.
No, I like Angelo.
Yeah, but I'm in a
Angelo's
hating
one of
men
my
mood.
boys.
Hating men mood. That's what we need. Did you guys have like?
Oh my gosh, Clay, I didn't know.
Not all men, though. Not all men.
Yes, this is my
Wow.
voice.
Yeah.
But it-
Okay.
Crazy.
Not all men.
Stinky doo, poopy doo. That's a really, really valid point, balls of God. The only problem is I don't care. So,
I don't care. Didn't ask.
Don't care,
Gonna
didn't ask.
start-
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna start treating men the way they treat women.
Oh god, that's so hot of you. Anyway, the only thing that Cole was good for was inspiring my
Really?
hit tweet of the day.
I like that one.
Mm.
I like this quote retweet.
Yes,
That sign
That's a good
can't
one.
stop me because I can't read.
I also cannot read.
So funny.
I have no motivation.
Why is this trending right now?
This person says, you ain't making it to the top 100 streamers either way. Bro, it don't matter if you're a man or a woman.
Look at that name. Look at that name.
Okay, I saw
Squid!
that
Where's
one.
he from?
Hello.
I saw that one.
I needed you here.
True.
Hi, Squid.
Me here.
I need your
I'm eating
voice.
sushi right now, but I have lightsaber chopsticks, so it's.
Are those
Oh,
lightsaber chopsticks?
Cute.
I'm in
Unfortunately,
love
I
with you.
dropped them though, and
I'm
they
in love
broke.
with you.
I'm in love with you. That's crazy.
But
Anyway,
So-
okay.
Thanks, Brandon.
I saw that earlier, and I went to their
My
profile
go-to is this, and
and
it's
was
so.
like, I almost like screenshotted the fact that like not following by anyone you're following and said, okay, man. But I just didn't.
Okay, yeah,
It's
so
crazy how women comment on the or women like make comments about like the issues that they face in
I'm gonna
these
ratio
kinda, like,
him.
online communities.
guys like my
And
ratio.
Then men come out of the woodwork, men who don't even know them at all. And it's just like, not all men, not all men. No one cares, Jared. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but talking about this idea that
No one-
you're not gonna make it into the top 100, so why does it matter?
Yeah, like that's not even the issue.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
read the fucking room.
The issue is lack of representation as a
Yeah.
result of like these societal standards that are set forth by the patriarchy that like permeate into these spaces. Like there's no escape for us as women or feminine
True.
presenting peoples. There's literally no escape. There's nothing we can do when society itself is literally working against us. And then
Yeah.
men have the audacity to be like, well,
Mhm.
you're not gonna make top 100 anyway, so why does it matter? Because
Well, bitch,
critical
what are you-
thinking is important, maybe?
Yeah. Hold on.
Like,
Also, like let's talk about somebody like Captain Puffy or like Just Minx who like actually like have a shot at like making it in the top 100 and like pull good viewers,
Mhm.
and they're still not in the top.
They're still
100.
not.
Right.
yeah, that was literally a conversation that we were having, Squid.
Also,
Or then
like,
you have. Oh, go ahead.
Sadie, you talked earlier about like ideas that you have that you can't do because of like being like sexualized. Like it's funny when
Mhm.
a guy does a yoga stream, it's sexual when a girl does it.
Yeah.
We had a whole conversation about how like I personally being someone whose streams focus on comedy and like I am a comedian, I do stand-up comedy, that's what I bring to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I have to monitor what I say, and I purposely have to do streams where I present as unattractive. I'm about to turn myself into like a handsome Squidward with a bald cap and shit, and I'm gonna look so ugly. Not tonight, but coming soon. Like
Little sneak
like,
peek.
It's gonna be so hot.
yeah, and I've done like disgusting.
That looks so
like,
sexy.
like I dressed up as Vector for a stream. Like the Waluigi thing that I did that was all baggy and like I drew on the mustache and looked nasty. I have to make myself unappealing so my jokes that like aren't so when I say jokes that are sexual, they're not sexualized. And there's
Mhm.
a super thin line as a woman that I can't sexualize myself,
Mm.
but I make
Yeah.
sex jokes. And that line has become thinner and thinner and thinner, and it is so difficult to not be on the internet, like to be on the internet and not be sexualized. And then when you're sexualized, you can't be funny.
Right.
I remember when you first modded me in your
Yeah.
chat, Squid, and I struggled
Oh,
so
God.
hard to not be just angry all the time at the things that were being said. And you're like, no, it's okay, it's a joke. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, these men don't think it's a joke because they're gross men who think that the funniest thing they can do is degrade women and minorities, and that's all they're ever gonna be good for. And it just makes me livid because, like, I want to see
Yeah.
my friends treated that way. Like,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's incredibly disappointing.
Yeah.
That was something that.
But
like,
and then like at the same time.
Go ahead.
No, you go. I was just gonna say, like, at the same time, like, you still have to, like, look good because, like, if you have your hair back and, like, no makeup on, like, then people are like, why do you look like that?
You'll
I'm
either
like,
get
"I'm
made fun of for
sorry."
looking ugly, or if you look good, you'll get sexualized. You can't win.
Based.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's literally a lose-lose situation. And
That's
it's
why
like,
I don't have a face.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing that I wanted to mention this so badly, but I didn't want to be like, oh guys, I'm a stripper too. But like, part of the reason that I'm a PNG tuber is the fact that like it's so easy to hide behind a cartoon. Because it's like I am not comfortable with being sexualized. B, I'm not a conventionally attractive person.
That's
And
BS.
so
Just saying.
That's what I said earlier.
I think you're so hot.
I made a face. I was like,
Anyway.
are you kidding? Have you looked in the mirror?
I literally went on a whole tangent about how beautiful Moses is. Like,
Okay, hold
a
on.
full fucking
Beauty
tangent.
standards that you're thinking of right now, Moses, created by men.
Oh,
True,
Let's just
because
talk
all
about
of
that.
us,
All
all
of
of
these women
us
are sitting
think
here
you're like
telling you that you're beautiful.
gorgeous. Like, men really be out here ruining things for women left and right.
And that's why I made that tweet earlier, because I was sitting here and I was like, you know why I'm fucking afraid to show my face? It's because I'm fat. And it's okay that I'm fat. And if you don't like the fact that I'm fat, then you can fucking leave.
yeah.
That's based. That's based.
Woo.
And I remember when I was coming onto the internet and I was like, because when I first met Sadie, and then Ginny by extension, I connected like my real name and my real face to my stuff. So like, yeah, it's fine. And then I realized how deathly afraid of specifically men seeing my stuff, and I immediately like went completely anonymous, and like I created an avatar that was intentionally incredibly androgynous, and I made it an effort to never show my face.
Yeah.
Like even to my friends. And like that's
Yeah,
how
it was,
deeply
like-
permeated. Like now you guys know what I look like, but like
Yeah, but it was a while before you faced
it was a
Mhm.
while.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I knew you before, like, Veracast. and,
No,
like,
you
your
didn't.
character.
You
I
never
did.
but Sadie
No.
did, yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. The fact that, like, so, like, I felt so, like, that's when I felt like we really were friends, when you showed me your face.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things that was like, it's so hard to show yourself to other people, and it's incredibly freeing. Like, once you do it the first time, you want to show everybody what you look like, and then it's like, oh god, there's too many of you. There's too many of you who know what I look like now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have no idea what you mean, because I've always had my face out there. So I
Same.
cannot relate to what you're
No,
saying
I
at all, but I
completely
can
get
it.
see why you would feel that way.
I almost chose
Yeah.
to be faceless, and then I realized that 90% of my comedy
I
is
wish I
physical.
Yeah.
And so,
See,
like, it wouldn't come across
Yeah, that
well.
I didn't.
So,
Yeah.
same though, and that's
Like, I'm-
been a
Very facially expressive.
yeah. I also have, like, I'm very expressive. I talk with my hands. I do a lot, and it's like, there's only so much that, like, 2 panels of movement can do. You know what I mean?
That actually just pointed something out really interesting to me when you guys were talking about like being expressive. I learned throughout this last year being on the internet that I have a really, really hard time understanding tone in written text or in like people's voices when I can't see their face. And like the fact that I've had to like put myself in a position where I can't like be accessible that way to either my friends or other people, is kind of like super frustrating, especially when you take into the like account the fact that like the reason I'm like this is largely because of these like standards and expectations that are like on the internet that are perpetuated specifically by men. And it's like I'm having to make myself less accessible to people because I'm afraid of these men that I don't even know, and it's really frustrating because I wouldn't generally consider myself an easily intimidated person.
No, I'm
But-
intimidated by you.
Good.
Always
But,
have
like,
been.
It frustrates me that I'm put in this position where I have to behave as like I wouldn't say like the weaker individual, but I have to like put myself in a position where I'm always looking out for like my own like protection, and it's frustrating because I want to be available to people and I want to be able to like engage with my friends, and I'm finding that it's difficult to do that when I can't like trust people enough to even show my face. It's ridiculous.
We shouldn't have to adjust because men like are like what was the word? Wait, what was the word we were talking about earlier? Like I say it wrong.
Yeah, it's
hegemony.
Hegemony. Yeah.
I was learning about it in my class today. We should not have to adjust because it is like in society's eyes, like men are the norm. And we shouldn't have to like fucking adjust because they treat women as less than, or they sexualize them and all this shit. Like, we shouldn't have to adjust for that. That's not something that's okay. Sorry, I'm like very passionate about that.
Yeah, no.
No, you're saying exactly.
I think Ginny's saying that they agree.
Yeah, I also
No, I cut out. I definitely cut out. I actually stopped what I was saying in real life because I realized I normally don't do that.
I think it's I'm reminded of like how men. Hello, who just joined?
Mika.
Oh, hi Mika. I'm reminded of how like the ways that men interact with women in real life are very reflective of things that happen on the internet. Like, for example, I remember I was in a class last semester, and there was this guy in my class, and he just pissed me off all the time. I was always mad at him because he was just very mansplaining, and it made me angry. And he had the audacity to once, never did it again, he interrupted me while I was speaking, and I was more knowledgeable on the topic because it's my area of study, it's my degree, and he interrupted me, and I turned around and said, "Don't interrupt me. Let me finish speaking." And he was like, "Well, you interrupted me." And I said, "No, I didn't. Let me finish." And that he never did that again. But like the fact that like he felt that it was okay to interrupt me to try and explain to me my degree was hilarious. It made me so angry. It was funny. Like afterwards I could laugh about it, but when it happened I was like, who the hell do you think you are? Don't interrupt me.
As you should.
Some of that like you guys are saying is quite interesting to me as like someone. I'm quite intimidating in person because I'm 6 feet tall, I'm loud, and like I don't really give a fuck.
You know,
mommy, stop.
That's based.
I will turn red. I will turn red, but like. What's funny is like I have sometimes a very different experience with like men. Like I don't get interrupted as much or like mansplained to. I feel like as frequently about like shit I know because I death stare people. They're afraid of me. And like I walked into class the other day in heeled boots with thick eyeliner on, and I sat down and I looked everyone like I established dominance. The first thing I do is establish dominance.
Well, you should.
And that's like a protection thing. That's a way of like avoiding future conflict and like feeling like I need to be shut down, or like not feeling like preventing being shut down by men is what I mean. So like it's kind of interesting as like
in the same way.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say like in the same way I've adapted my personality to have like more masculine like rejected some of like feminine personality traits that are like so that like when I'm around guys they're not like woman.
But then also with that you face if you're louder, less like just kind of sitting and observing, if you are loud and out there, you risk people calling you crazy, loud, bossy is a big one. Bitchy.
I was always called bossy, but like my male counterpart's like, oh, he's a little entrepreneur. Like, what the hell? What?
What was interesting, and I don't know if this has to do with the fact that I'm an outspoken individual. In high school, I was referred to as a whore a lot, and there were a lot of rumors that went around about me sleeping around. I hadn't had my first kiss.
That happens.
So there was just this, and like What's unfortunate is I now know that the rumor was originally spread by a woman. But like there was always this kind of like I needed to be put down and called names because I was out there.
Yeah.
So I just think that's
Well, to add on to that, though, I know that, like, in my experience, a lot of women or young
Thank you,
girls
Logic,
start
CU,
like,
and Laura for the
demeaning
follows. I
rumors
appreciate
about
you guys.
other women.
I'm probably not going to be
in the
reading
attempt to gain
chat
the
too much
validation
because we're
of
just
the boys
we're
or
talking.
the men in their lives.
But I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Like,
Oh my god,
What?
you read my mind
it
just so
always
hot
comes
for
back
that.
Yeah.
So
Male validation.
yeah, who needs it? Genuinely.
No. It's so it's like addicting because we don't get it a lot. I think I don't know,
Yeah.
but like,
No, yeah, I'd agree with that.
why?
I've had to spend a lot of time to like unlearn a lot of like the toxicity that I had started to adopt when I was in middle school because I was very much I didn't want to hang out with girls. Most of my friends were guys, and it was turning me into not a pick me, but like one of those people who was like, ugh, girls.
Girls are too
Not because,
moody
like-
and too
Yeah, it's
dramatic
just- yeah.
and
And like to
Me
be
too.
fair,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. No, I know
legitimately
what you're
what
talking
I
about.
thought.
Yeah, no.
But
Need
like,
to
I
head
think
to
I was
bed,
starting to hate,
but
like,
thank
the
you for
color
being so
pink,
welcoming,
I
and this
still
was
have a
incredibly
hard time.
interesting.
I did
Thank
that
you,
in
Bob
elementary
Thank you, I
school.
appreciate
I had
I
that
can't do
fate.
it.
I appreciate you a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I had the same fucking arc. I said I liked red because it was the color of blood because all my friends were guys.
I literally said that too. I said too.
I switched my
Okay,
favorite color to
I
blue
used to
because
say-
it was the male's color.
Oh my god.
I used to say that black was my favorite color because it was a mixture of all colors put together. Because
I said that
hated,
too.
because I had such a hard time with pink. I had such it was my favorite
Pink
color when I was a kid. It was my favorite color on up until I was in middle school, and then it was purple. And then like I just stopped having favorite colors, genuinely. After that, like it's like I don't. It's that internalized like need to be set apart from femininity because it is so unwanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the most desired
Why-
thing.
Why did they say femininity is bad? Like, huh? It really fucked me up.
Because
for
being a
while.
woman
Like,
is considered
still
bad.
fucked me up.
Because it's the way that
Like,
men maintain
I
control
remember
over
like
society.
in elementary school, I was like, I don't want to wear dresses. I don't. But I just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
To think about this before, I like growing up having a lot of guy friends. I, for majority of my life, dressed stereotypically masculine to the point where you could not, like, from behind, you could not tell the difference between me and a guy a year above me named Marco. And
Marco.
like we
Shout out Marco.
Hello. Shout out Marco. What's up, man? But he like, oh, not he. This is about me. Fuck him.
Yeah.
but I used to like wear like I would only wear baggy clothing. I would not wear anything with pink on it. The idea of wearing something tight and showing off that I was female, I could never do. I associated having guy friends and being a comedic person as I have to dress like a boy. I have to act like a boy. What society has decided a boy is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is what I did. And it wasn't until and like even like streaming has changed this. It wasn't till like in the past year that I have realized I don't have to dress like that. That like how like associating myself physically with a stereotypical man does not make me any more funny. It does not like it doesn't. I don't need to hide that I'm a female. I don't need to hide my femininity. But I have my entire fucking life until now.
I feel like I went through something a little bit on the like inverse of that, where when I was younger, I wanted to be like I wanted to fit in with the other girls. Like I really wanted to be someone that like people wanted to be friends with and stuff like that. And I didn't realize until probably high school when I started sort of recognizing that I didn't actually like wearing those clothes. Like I felt so uncomfortable wearing like clothes that accentuated different things. So when I started wearing baggier clothes, it doesn't help that I am very small, so everything is baggy on me. But like I really started feeling like just so much more okay with myself because I wasn't trying to like present in a specific way. I just wanted to wear a soft sweater because it was a soft sweater, you know? But I also struggled a lot with the like wanting, like, I'm not like other girls kind of thing. Like in elementary school, I didn't really hang out with anyone other than playing dodgeball with the guys, you know? I was the only girl that played. I was so proud of the fact that I was the only girl, you know? And looking back, that's just such a stupid mentality. But like, I don't know, it's just really interesting, like, the different ways in which we are, or have sort of recognized the ways that society has influenced our behavior, and learning or unlearning that, you know?
Right. So the funny thing is that when I was in high school, I was a bit of a mixture of both of these people, right? I wore makeup, I wore like tighter clothing, I wore things that typically not like extremely feminine, you know, like I rarely ever wore a dress. And even to this day, I have a difficult time wearing dresses. I really like pants. They're very comfy.
Pants are banging.
Pants are banging. And like,
You know what's interesting about that though? Is pants are more like biologically fitting for women. And dresses are more like, you know? Know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that
That's
is
weird.
so
You know what they say
true.
about guys wearing skinny
Anyways.
jeans? Like, guys shouldn't wear skinny jeans because it's
Because of the
constricting.
yeah.
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 If anything, like, the only reason guys wear pants and women wear dresses is because of just, oh yeah, exactly, Glutzy. Scottish men wore what's it called, kilts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the way that women or men should just inherently present themselves. It's all just extremely, what's the word, like, it doesn't fucking matter, you know? It could have so easily been the other way around. And we all know that high heels were developed for like rich guys to be able to appear taller, you know? And it's only when guys realized that it made women's butts look good is when they started making women wear them.
Right. And
It just
like, the
reminded me of
reason-
the fact that the reason that that nowadays the tradition of women laying down
Hi,
while
Boomer.
giving
Thank you for the
birth
follow.
is perpetuated is
We're
because
having a little
male
round
doctor had
table
a
moment
fetish for watching
with
women
some
give birth.
female
Yeah,
streamers.
And that is why they lay down
Yeah.
giving birth. Not to
Yeah, yeah,
mention
yeah.
when women give birth, after they
Thank
give
you,
birth,
thank
it
you,
is
thank
still
you for the
common.
follows. I
It is better
appreciate
described,
you.
but it's still common now
Fit check
for doctors to give I don't remember the name for it. It's like the husband
husband
stitch or
stitch.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they will put an extra stitch in to make
the
her quote-unquote
fucking
tighter.
no
makes me
shit.
angry.
I know so
Yeah.
much about that shit. I was hyperfixated on birth for a while. I know so much about that. I could go
honey.
off
Was it
and
also
off.
when you were a kid?
Oh
Because
my
I'm
god.
Same.
No, literally like a couple years ago. I know so much about that shit. All of that is so, the whole like birthing like experience that's considered normal is so fucking wrong and unnatural. You're not supposed to lie on your fucking back. It's just so they can stare at your cooch. You're not supposed to be like, no, nah, fuck that. Sorry.
Don't even get me started on birth control, because that would be a whole multi-hour conversation in and of itself.
My God.
I have very strong thoughts about birth control.
Don't get me. You know, like they made a birth control for men that has less side effects, and they like freaked out.
Yeah,
about
but
it.
because
They're
there's
like,
side
"No way."
effects, they're like, no,
And then
no.
you look at the. Hold on. Let's go. Should I go get my birth? I will pull out the
Yeah, yeah.
sheet that's
Pull
still
up.
in there.
Go
with
do it.
all the
Go-
side
go
effects.
do it.
Yeah,
Go do it.
the size of
Go do
a
it.
full newspaper.
Yeah. It's insane how many
Rodney's
side effects
grabbing
that
that.
like that female birth control has.
Oh yeah.
And
And
not
it's-
just physical side effects, mental side
the
effects.
mental side effects?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
The first birth control I ever had, not only did it like I don't want to say like a bunch of shit, but like it fucked me up internally, and it also like it turned me into a raging bitch. And I'm not like you guys know who I am. You know how I am.
Mhm.
I was such a fucking asshole when I was on birth control the first time. I was like, this is not who I am. I'm not normally this angry all of the time.
I am.
No, that's genuine.
Look at that. Look
Oh,
at
That bitch was made in
Hold it up
InDesign.
on camera. That definitely was made in
InDesign.
InDesign.
That shit
Yeah, like
is a
look how
fucking
small that
full
fucking type is.
B-size sheet.
That shit,
Folded up
4-point
B-size
font.
sheet.
I've seen bigger
Single
ones
point
too.
spacing.
And
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, front and back.
You guys know that you have the right to
And,
demand anesthesia or painkillers when you're getting like general
Oh, and it's
diagnostics
all
run on
one
yourself
language.
in terms of like female genitalia. You're allowed to demand that.
Really?
I had no
Mhm.
idea.
Because
You're allowed
they
to.
don't even like do that for like IUD insertion normally.
No, yeah, you are allowed to demand that.
I was just gonna say, like, I personally have an IUD. I also am on birth control for a medical reason. So like, I really fucking worst of both worlds. But like getting an IUD was the most painful fucking experience I ever had. I passed out. I threw up. I was violently ill. I had a reaction to it, so I was bleeding, like heavy flow of like a period bleeding for 8 months before they fixed the problem.
Jesus Christ.
Like, it's so fucking painful. I'm like, that was never offered to me. And like, I got that time I had a female gynecologist. Now I have a male one, and he's like, Carl's the best. Shout out Carl.
Shout out Carl.
Shout out
Sorry,
Carl.
someone just commented in chat, nameless, we're talking about birth control because women are routinely shut out from society and expected to not speak about it, and we're speaking about it. If you have a problem with it, you're free to leave.
Based.
I have one thing that I don't want to bring this up yet because I really want to keep talking about birth control, but I have one point about that ties back to like Twitch and the video game industry and how women are continually like push out of that. But to speak on the birth control thing, I had Nexplanon on for a while, the little thing that goes in your
God.
arm.
Yeah.
About that.
Do that.
Holy
That is
shit! I
terrifying.
got it because it was like the
Felt
easiest.
that in my
you
friend's
know?
arm.
Yeah, I got it because it was the easiest. You know, you don't have to get something stuck up there. You're not taking a pill every fucking day, and I cannot describe. Not only did I have constant fucking period for months as well, because they said it would go away after a month. It was like 7 months. It was still happening. And in addition to that, I was so depressed. Like, it really... Like, I had been with my boyfriend the entire time through all of that. So he knows what I was like beforehand, and he knows what I was like after. So he was able to attest to all of this shit that I was experiencing, because sometimes I don't even recognize what I'm doing. You know, I don't even recognize that the fact that I'm so depressed right now is not just like, oh no, it's just like I'm having a bad day, you know? It's so much more than that. But
yeah.
Did they give you
had to get that shit
painkillers? Did they give you painkillers when you got it inserted or removed?
No, it wasn't that. Actually, no, they did like spot injecting like anesthesia, I believe. But fortunately, thank fucking God, that the person who put mine in was very talented. They put it like right underneath the surface, very well inserted. And when I got it removed, they were able to get it out really easily. But I've heard stories.
I've heard so many bad stories.
Oh my God, digging in your fucking arm for that shit.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my God.
I specifically avoided Nexplanon because of that.
Yeah.
I
Mine
would
wasn't
much
that bad
rather
to begin with,
take a pill every day, as bad as I hate taking medication, than have somebody digging into my nope. I'm a
We just
little
talk about
bit.
how like
I'm a wimp.
women are expected to take birth control also, and
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
fear
make any
that,
sense.
like, if you don't take birth control and you still choose to have intercourse with a man, there's still the fear that they could remove protection in the middle of sex and just not say anything, because that's a thing that happens routinely.
And then it's your fault if you get pregnant.
Yeah.
Because you're the one who chose. Why is it my
just
fault
makes
that
me
I
so
chose
mad.
to have sex
Because
and not
women
his
aren't
fault
allowed
because
to
he actually
sexualize
agreed?
themselves.
Exactly.
Base.
Especially if they're
I
making
am-
money on
I
it.
was
Because they
busy
mad.
reading this.
Stay mad.
I've never actually read this
Are you terrified now?
because it's this big.
Mhm.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna out myself
The
as
hysterectomy thing.
as like the oldest person here,
Okay.
right? I turned 25 next week, right? I am an adult human woman and I am a sexual person. It's not it's what a fucking
Blasphemous.
what a fucking crazy
You're not allowed to
idea
know what sex is.
that like I
God.
have like
What?
That's insane.
No, man, please.
Circling it kind of back
Don't say
to, unless we want to continue the conversation of birth control and like being like a normal human, that's crazy. Not to say that it isn't normal if you don't want to have sex, that's also normal. But like,
Yeah.
like, to circle it back, like you were talking about, to like the Twitch thing, why is it anybody's fucking business if I've had sex?
Based. Why does it matter what a woman's body count is? But it doesn't matter for men.
Bro.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Why does it matter? Or like the men who
Men get literally
legitimately think that
praised.
like a tight vagina is like peak sexuality. No, like dude, that means she was not turned on at all. You
Yeah.
failed, bro. That's what that means.
Ben Shapiro. If that pussy
True.
ain't getting wet,
Oh
she's.
Oh my god.
That was so embarrassing to watch. Like
It
the fact that there are
was.
men out
I
there
talked
who
to my mom
legitimately
about
think these
that,
things.
and she
Oh
was
my
laughing.
God.
That was so funny.
It's so.
That's true, Dream Day.
What did Dream Date say?
Doctors
Oh,
kill
yeah.
so many people of color, and especially women, because they don't take them seriously, and that is
True.
Exactly.
100%
That is so true. That is actually genuinely
Have you
so
guys
true.
have you guys heard of Henrietta Lacks?
Yes, that is such an
believe so.
abhorrent story. And
Yeah, there's a
it makes
book
me
about
angry.
her.
It makes
Yes,
me angry.
There's a
I
book about her, The
I should
Immortal
talk
Life.
about Henrietta
Everyone should read that
Lacks
book.
all day long.
The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I recommend anybody to read it because it is a very important story about ethics and women and the treatment of Black people, especially in the medical field. Please read it. It's very important, and it's just a good story also. But yeah, like women are not taken seriously, especially Black women not taken seriously when they complain about pain or like any symptom. They're like, oh, it's just you're overreacting. You'll get over it.
Emotions.
You're hormonal, whatever.
First tension.
You're being and that's another thing is that like if doctors have equated the pain of, this is just like periods, right? If they've equated the pain of period cramps to that of having a heart attack, you can kiss my fucking ass.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
goddamn.
God,
Like,
the way. The interesting thing about like being a woman and like getting a medical diagnosis too is that women and men can present symptoms differently. Like women's heart attack symptoms are literally different than men's.
Yes.
Yeah. And like, and even mental health, ADHD, women present very differently, and that's why most aren't diagnosed until they are in high school or even college.
I could talk for hours about
Oh,
the
guys,
misdiagnosis.
just remembered
Because
what
a lot
you
of the
said,
times
because
ADHD
apparently they got it
symptoms do not present themselves.
From Honey, just so you know.
Mm.
Honey was the one who
Yeah.
said it. So credit where credit is due, Honey. Good job.
Yeah, Amy, yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, no, it's and that's it. Oh, and Amy also mentioned about being a plus size woman, which is also very difficult because then it's like, I had a doctor tell me one time that I was so overweight that they couldn't actually perform a pap smear on me, and I know that that's not.
Huh? Sorry,
What does weight have to
what?
do with that?
Yeah.
I'm really confused as to where weight falls into that equation anywhere.
Because apparently my fat cells push my cervix so far back that they can't see it. Was his logic
That's
in it.
just
And I'm like,
not
that's
true.
not how that
No.
works.
Yeah.
that's not how vaginas work.
That's
That's
anatomy.
just not true.
That was a man with a whole degree.
That
I
was
don't-
a
my
man with a
doctor
whole ass
has
degree and
never
a
talked about
reputation.
work.
Uh-uh.
Wait, I don't know if y'all know this, but it just reminded me because of like incorrect anatomy. So I'm huge on like reforming the sex education in the United States, and
Yes.
only
We've talked about
13 out of 50 states require that the stuff that you learn in sex ed is medically accurate. 13 states. You can learn complete lies in majority of the United States, and it's
It is
legal.
Legal to
They
say
have
Stork brought the baby.
That
They
man
are
had
allowed
a
to say that.
There is no legal obligation to teach people what their bodies like do, how their bodies are, how to have safe sex. There's no obligation at all in the United States.
Is there an obligation though in other subjects for them to teach accurate facts? Like in history, they can't just be like making up lies.
Common Core. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
so many other
Given the
what's
state
word?
of the
Like,
American education
fucking know.
system,
It's illegal
Like,
to,
God.
I know this for a fact. In the state of Tennessee, it is illegal to teach evolution
Oh, yeah.
as fact.
What? Are you
It's-
kidding?
yes.
Are you
No.
kidding me?
You
This
can
is
look
a
it up in our
joke,
bylaws
right?
right now. No.
Are you kidding?
It
I'm
is not-
literally taking an entire course called Ecology and Evolution.
Yeah. It is illegal
Like,
to
that's
teach
illegal?
evolution in the state of Tennessee as a fact. It is
that
an
is
opinion because it
Christianity.
infringes upon what God says.
It's
Isn't
not
that
even.
crazy?
Listen, I'm gonna say this as the standpoint of someone who is a Christian. I'll come out and say it. Like I don't give a shit anymore. As
Yeah.
someone who is a Christian, religion like that should not be in schools. Like I'm not a practicing Christian. I don't support any of that shit. I don't give a damn what God says. Like I straight up don't care. That should not be in schools. No.
Exactly.
If you're gonna like enforce like religious ideology in schools, you need to teach every religion, and that's not gonna happen, especially in America. We're still struggling with a lot of bigotry towards like outside religions, specifically because of xenophobia and Islamophobia. So like, if they're gonna have
Yeah,
one, they have to have
literally
all, and they're
gonna
not
say
gonna do
that.
that, so they shouldn't have any of them.
Exactly. And that was another and
Also,
and
that
another
literally
thing.
made me cry.
That I don't understand how it's actively illegal to do that. Not even just that it's
I don't think you can
It's
see, but
not
I
legal
teared up. There are
to-
tears.
like the fact that it's not a law to teach the right thing in the first place is enough. But the fact that it's illegal to teach the right thing is fucking insane.
It's also illegal in the state of Tennessee to run for a state office as an atheist.
Are you serious?
I shit you
America.
not. And it's
telling me
it's
I'm gonna have to
obviously it's a
pretend to
gross
be
infringement.
Christian to fix the
Yeah.
laws. I'm
Yeah.
literally- literally
It's so
changing my
they
whole
can't
career
it's
path
so that
right
they
now.
can't fix all the shit that's wrong with the state.
Yeah.
Sadie, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm
Sadie is having
angry.
a mental breakdown.
Literally. Wait, Sadie, can I make your I'm gonna fuck you up really quickly. So I did a speech on sex education in the United States. Ready?
Mhm.
The 2017 Waxman report found that 11 out of 13 of these curricula were inaccurate, containing unproven claims, subjective conclusions, falsehoods regarding reproductive health. When 40,000 women were interviewed about their sex ed programs in the United States, over 90% of them brought up feelings of guilt and shame surrounded by sexual activity, and almost 97% of them could not name every part of their reproductive system.
What?
I love living in a society.
Society.
They don't know the labia.
Mm-mm.
They don't know the
there are
fucking
so
vulva.
many- I'm gonna out
Base
myself right
labia.
now. I was
The
23
fucking
years old when I
vaginal
learned that a
canal.
labia and the vagina were not the same thing.
That's not even your fault, though. It's literally just that
No, yeah, no.
female anatomy and anything to do with
We need
womanhood
to
or
fix
femininity is
it.
The
demonized.
fallopian
It's demonized.
tubes.
There is,
I don't know what
Dude.
fallopian tubes are.
there is a significant amount of women in the United States who do
Leave
not know
tubes
that you
out of
pee
this.
from a different hole that you
No, dude. No,
Yeah.
there's no way.
that's a proven thing.
How do they
That's like,
think?
there's like a lot
How
of
do they
people.
think you pee with a tampon in?
Magic.
A lot of the
Magic.
time,
A miracle.
you know what you're told. I'm gonna give. You know what you're told. You were told not
Tell
to
me.
pee with a tampon in.
That's true. That is true.
I mean,
okay.
yeah,
I
that's
was
like
never
more of
told-
a hygiene thing, but people do it anyway. Like,
I mean, yeah, people do it anyway.
Yeah,
I do it. I was never
from
told
the
not to.
butthole. You pee from the
Yeah.
butthole.
You pee from your butt, but they because
People
like
don't know.
That's
it's insane.
fucking insane.
Like
I will
the first-
say, like,
Do you think we'll get banned if we did a sex ed class?
No.
well,
Code Miku-
considering
Code
that
Miku
we're
did
all
one.
feminine presenting.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, then probably.
Yeah. It was
depends.
just like you have to censor some things. It can't be just like really graphic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
We
will
can-
say this is
I don't even think
not
we could
to
have
demonize-
diagrams.
Probably not.
Hmm?
This is
No,
not
you
to
don't.
demonize like religion at all, but this is me like criticizing like my own upbringing. Not my parents. My parents did a really great job at like explaining things to me, so I was like aware. But I know a lot of my friends who are raised in predominantly, I'll say, Christian households, whose parents were afraid to talk to them about sex education or general reproductive health. And so they
Mhm.
were coming to me with questions that I barely knew the answers to because, like, there's not a lot of education on women's reproductive health as like it is in general. And like these people who like didn't understand the basic functions of like, well, you can't sleep with a tampon and it's not good because you could get toxic shock syndrome, which can kill you. And like it's frustrating to see it's frustrating to watch you guys. I'm not frustrated at you guys, but it's frustrating to see like how this is such an like obscure thing to you guys when it's like it's literally what like I was
in a very
the culture that I was
place.
raised in. No, I was raised in a very conservative place, and like it's the lack of education is astounding. And like unfortunately a lot of like the women that are put in these positions and in hyper like religious sects, specifically like Christian based sects, that's SECT, not sex, different kind. Just clarifying for people in chat. Sects. A lot of the women in these sects are not encouraged or discouraged from like seeking higher education because the more ignorant you are, the easier you are to control, for one, and two, they're taught that a woman's most valuable place is at home, giving birth to children, taking care of the husband, and stuff like that. And it's frustrating because like I learned, my eyes were opened quite a bit when I went to college. And that's not to say that like I was sheltered, but like when you go out into the world and you meet like loads of new people from different walks of life, you actually get to learn and experience things. And a lot of these, like specifically women in these areas, don't get that experience. And that's why when you see like, for example, Ben Shapiro's sister, to a certain extent I pity her because like she seems like a learned, respectable woman, except she spouts these things and it's coming from a place of such ignorance. It makes me like wonder like has she never been like taught about her own body? Has she never experienced womanhood in a patriarchal society? Like it's mind-boggling, and it's really frustrating to see like people in like the religion that I grew up in be like shut out from experiencing these things and like controlled by men consistently. It's really it's incredibly sad to watch.
To note that I'm not Christian. I'm Jewish, but like kind of atheist, but my culture is Jewish. The town that I grew up in is incredibly Jewish. We had like no Christians, no Catholics, pretty much. Everyone was like Jewish. And it was on the scheme of things, a fairly progressive area. In my sex education, I would not say it was proficient. The first I was told in 4th grade is when my sex education started. I was told that I'm going to get my period, I'm going to get boobs, and that guys are going to start talking to me. And then I was shown a video of a woman giving birth. The guys were told the same thing in their respects. The rest of my education, I can tell you everything about chlamydia. I can tell you every step of like diagnosis of treating every single STD. But not once was I taught about my own body. Not once was I told how to have sex safely or how to know when to have, like when you're ready to have sex. We don't even talk. We talked about male masturbation. Not a single time did we talk about female masturbation. Yeah. Not a single fucking time. So even in progressive areas, like we are still fucking sheltered from our bodies. And like from like things like at the end of the day, humans are put on the planet to recreate. We are supposed to create more. That is, your bodies naturally do that. That is, we have those systems for a fucking reason, and we're not taught about anything about them.
So this is obviously, I'm not speaking for you, Squid, but this is not to demonize anyone who is on the ace spectrum or finds sex disinteresting. You're valid. You don't have to be interested in sex. We're just talking about like the basic functions that most women do not know they are able to like do.
Also, like to note that in comprehensive sexual education, which is what is in like Finland and other like very like sexually progressive countries, a big part of your education is learning about LGBTQIA like plus like related topics and talking about asexuality and giving students an outlet to understand themselves and their sexuality rather than like letting them figure it out once they're an adult and on their own. So
yeah. Sorry, this reminds what Haley said in chat about like not knowing that females masturbated for an embarrassing long time. First of all, same, an embarrassingly long time. However, this segues into another topic of like issues that women face on the internet.
and I know that I've spoken with Moses and Sadie about this, and probably Ginny, but I know that growing up, I was afraid to like ask people about my own body. But I remember at a young age, I discovered what fan fiction is. And none of these fan fictions were safe for work, which means that I was learning about sex in a really perverse and like derogatory way. That's not to say fan fiction is bad. Still read fan fiction. Love that shit. Guilty pleasure. However, I now have like the knowledge that like the interactions and the like things that are romanticized specifically in fan fiction are not healthy a majority of the time. And the amount of young girls that are reading these and consuming like these topics and such are just growing up with the sense that like toxic and abusive relationships and positions where they're told that like it's meant to hurt when you have sex, or it's supposed to be tight or stuff like that, is incredibly damaging to not only the image of a lot of these young women, but to the ways that they will go forth and interact in relationships in the future. And I know that, like, specifically because, like, this is not to trauma dump on me, but I don't know a single one of my female friends who doesn't have a similar experience.
Mhm.
I found that I ended up being groomed when I was young because of this image that was put into my head of how relationships are supposed to go because of fan fiction, because of the way that women are represented in fan fiction, and because of the way that sex is represented in fan fiction. And it's dangerous, quite honestly, specifically because there is not enough proper education around women's anatomy, women's sexuality, or general like sex in schools. And so a lot of these people, these young people, specifically women, are reading and like consuming this content and thinking that it's normal when it's not. That's my spiel on that.
Exactly.
I would also say not even just fan fiction, but going broader to porn,
Media.
like
True.
like finding porn as a child before you even know what sex is.
Yeah.
Like that becomes your idea of it, and it's so incredibly damaging.
Yes.
I mean, I would say that most porn is very, very damaging,
and like even just like
just in general to anybody.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
not exclusively.
It sets this like this tone of like, this is the way that you have sex. This is what makes things feel good. And while I would never discourage anyone from trying something new, I don't think porn is the greatest reference material.
Yeah, it's not the greatest avenue into that. Also, on top of that... go ahead.
Yeah.
I was going to say that I didn't know for a super long time, in talking about like sex ed, I didn't know for a super long time that there were things like dental dams.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what a dental dam was until I was 19. 19.
Yeah. They did teach that.
No clue. They didn't teach that for me.
I did learn about those. And you know there's sponges too?
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no,
there's
yes I do. I know, yeah.
Oh wait, spermicide sponges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Never
those
mind.
can be
Yes, I know
really,
what that is.
really bad though, because
those
it really throws off the
those
pH.
are so bad for women.
Oh,
And
Trini's
are
asking what a dental dam is.
like,
a dental
I was
dam
like,
is
this is-
it's
like a condom, but for women.
Yeah.
It
So
goes
what
on the women.
happens?
Or
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
So you can give
Um,
oral with a barrier.
yeah.
Yes, exactly, Dream.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. Or ass.
Saran wrap over your face.
I would also like to bring to the table, and then I am going to go because I can feel myself getting a little bit like upset, and I don't want to trauma dump. But I was someone who like, I knew what sex was, but I was never taught how to be treated by someone.
True.
And so she's about to cry. Fuck me.
You're okay.
So, and I know a lot of people, like I know a lot of other people felt like a guilt and a shame around like personal sex. I didn't, like, sex with yourself. I didn't look into the mirror and see myself naked till I was 17 years old because I couldn't do it. That's part of shit from my childhood that I won't go into. But like, that is not okay. Some people, like, I didn't watch porn for the first time until I was 18 years old. Because I was so disgusted by the idea of being, like, of having sex, of being aroused as a woman was something that I taught was instilled in me that was wrong. And that, like, men were always going to be horrible to you. Like, I was told when I was younger, like, when you have sex, it's gonna hurt, so just sit through it. Just lay there and sit through it. Don't complain. Don't say anything. Just sit through it. And that's not right. That's not how it's supposed to be. And, like, some people are exposed to, like, sex and stuff very young, and other people, like, are just, like, they know what it is, but they just, it's like pushed away. It's put with associations of guilt and horrible stuff, and that's not, like, it's a different thing, but it's like, you know, I feel like that's a perspective that a lot of people have. And I'm sorry that I got emotional and cried a little bit.
That's okay.
My emotional
It's okay. I just want to give you a really big hug now.
No, it's okay. I'm glad to talk about it because I think it's something that isn't vocalized very frequently.
It needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It does need to be talked about.
Yeah, and it's you're right. It is a very difficult conversation to have, especially like even in a situation such as this where we're like surrounded by people with similar situations, similar stories, similar not completely similar backgrounds, but have been in similar situations. Even like within that safety net, it's still hard because in the deep down, you still have like a bit of shame and guilt talking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It
I
takes.
feel like now is a good time to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. I feel weird accepting money right now, but thank you.
Yeah. That's fine.
I don't laugh from that. I just don't know what to do but laugh because I can't sit in uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
I will. Oh God. Sorry.
I was gonna say that Casey's right. That shame is really hard to unlearn.
Yes.
And it's something that isn't just one thing that you have to do on your own, because so from a personal standpoint, I am on the hunt for a new therapist, and finding one that is not only like within like the same, not mental like standpoint, but like kind of following the same like ideology of like being sex positive and being this and this, you know what I mean, is very it's very difficult, especially in a very conservative area.
Right.
So I feel like conversations like this, panels like this, are incredibly valuable when you have both a young audience and a young audience that is female presenting and female dominant.
Yeah. I sex for a reason. There's a reason that I make so many sex jokes and that I get on the internet and am so blatant about that shit. There is a very big reason that I do that. And like, it's because of all the shit that we're talking about. But I am going to say goodbye because I know I'm a little triggered and I need to calm myself down. So
okay.
I love you all.
I love you, Squid.
We love you,
for
Squid.
coming in.
We love you.
Maybe I just
Take
want
care
to
of
say
yourself.
thank you for literally doing this. Like, I know that like this just kind of like happened.
Yeah.
But genuinely, like, conversations like this don't happen enough. So like, thank you for kind of like initiating that and like giving so many like, and obviously there's so many more stories out there, but like giving multiple like female presenting people the chance to explain like their side and explain what they are going through. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you for
insane of
being
you.
here. I very much appreciate it. When you weren't here at first, I was like screaming. I was like, "Where's Squid?"
It's
Thank
true.
you.
Yeah, that is actually true. You can look through the VOD.
Because
And
I know
I
how
was telling them, I was like, Squid will be here in a moment.
I know how
literally just walked
passionate
away
you
from
are about this kind of stuff. So I know I needed you here.
I am so passionate, and again, like, sorry I got emotional.
It's totally okay.
The worst part is I was about to say I'm getting my period, That's horrible.
No!
Hey,
You're allowed to
unlearning
have
that is so
emotions.
hard, though.
Which is still valid,
your,
though.
your emotions are
Is it
valid. You don't have to
Yeah.
justify them to people by
It's
using
still
like,
valid.
a natural
Right?
body
Yeah.
function.
I've literally been
Hormones are
trained
real.
to that.
But
Yeah.
but there is some
Hormones
truth
are
in
real,
that.
man. Like PMS is real. Like
Yeah.
like
That's
it
true.
makes
That
you
is true.
irrationally angry or irrationally sad for no reason.
Because you
Yeah,
have an
right.
influx of testosterone in your body.
It's
Fun fact.
crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't
Oh
that
my
great?
God.
Wait,
It's
I have
true.
too much
Sorry.
testosterone. That's why.
Yeah, say it.
Oh my god, it's the male
don't-
one too.
I don't actually think I'm getting my period. I think I just defaulted to that because I got emotional and I felt like I had to explain that.
Yeah.
Like I had to make
You
an
have to
excuse for it.
justify your
I
emotions.
don't think I'm getting my period. I shouldn't be. I had it last week. There's no reason why I shouldn't be getting my period right now. It's just a fucking.
I
Oh my
shouldn't
God.
be.
Yeah. It's just, you felt like you had to have an excuse.
Thank you, Squid.
Yeah, no, I just like had to. Okay, bye. I love you all.
Bye,
Thank
Squid.
you.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Oh, I love Squid.
I love Squid.
Me too.
Also, just
Speaking-
while we have like a little bit of a pause here, y'all, I know that we covered some like potentially triggering topics. So if you need resources, there is a link to them in chat. Like
Yes.
we're not professionals as much as like we like to share our experiences because it's important for like people to be aware of the Jesus. Oh, for you. Because it's important to be aware of like the experiences specifically of women because they're not expressed often enough. If you need help, please look into the card because we're not professionals.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
All of these are based off of our personal medical and sometimes medical, sometimes personal experience. And so none of this is to be taken easily with criticism and also with a not a grain I don't want to say a grain of salt because this is a serious conversation. And if you are having if you find yourself in a similar situation, then you should definitely seek medical help. Should it be
Or,
like medically?
I think most of us are in therapy. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just to throw it out there, I know that like therapy, access to therapy, specifically within the United States, can be really
so
difficult to come
limiting.
by. There are a lot of good online resources that you can use.
Yeah.
Just don't think you're alone, please, because even if it's hard to get to therapy, there are ways that you can seek help.
Yes. And I
Your
was
experiences are not unique.
There are lots of fun.
true. I was looking
And there's
today
a lot of
'cause I
new
was like,
apps. I don't
Yes.
know how good they are.
I've heard
BetterHelp isn't that
various
great.
things.
Yeah, don't use
Um,
BetterHelp.
Just
Don't
from
use that
personal
one.
experience.
I saw
It's
one
not
with
super
Michael
awesome.
Phelps in the ad.
There's
I
one
think that
called
was BetterHelp.
Cerebral. There's one called
Yeah,
Cerebral.
I heard about that.
I'm scared of therapy.
But I don't
That's a
know.
whole different thing.
That's a valid
That's
a valid
valid.
fear.
That's
No,
a
it's-
me
it's-
thing. If you think you need help, please get it. I fully support other people. Like I think therapy is very good.
It doesn't
for
hurt to
other
try
people.
out your
I
options.
just have my own experiences with it, and I won't go into them.
And he's one
Yeah,
of the
I've been
boys.
to therapy.
I've been.
I can't do it. Anyways, seek help if you need it.
Yes,
True.
seek help.
As
Anyway,
you should.
I'm
I've
curious
been-
because I did see a couple like men in the chat like comment about how it was interesting hearing. Which, first of all, not to applaud the bare minimum, I am grateful that there were men in the chat that were open to listening and actively did listen and found it not only interesting but insightful to hear about the experiences of women because it's incredibly important.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so again, not
Yeah,
to
it's
applaud the
almost
bare
like
minimum, but
actually
like if
listening
you
to
were a
them, like,
man who
might
was
make a difference
listening
in the
to us, thank you. And please take our
Right.
experiences
Keep
and be better.
listening.
Be
Keep,
better,
lis-
keep
listen
listening.
to other
So-
women.
Keep listening. Keep
The-
listening.
the-
Help us make the change because obviously. Well,
No one else is.
Okay, no, we don't
Using
need
your
it. We
point
can-
of privilege
but
is
the
so not
thing-
very
on-
important.
But
what I
help
was
us
going to
all
say
make
is
sure.
that like I don't necessarily know that it is thanking the or
Yeah, love,
being
exactly.
grateful for the bare minimum more so than it is being appreciative and showing what's
Willingness.
the word? Fuck.
I have no idea.
A positive reinforcement.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah, I could get behind that. I'd agree with that.
The positive reinforcement of like, hey, like we're talking about this. You're saying you're listening. Thank you for that. Thank you for listening to my problem, because it doesn't just become a woman problem; it becomes a problem.
Right. I also think, Ben, what the hell? That's not what I think. I also think that, like, I just want to clarify to anyone who did see my tweet today. It was incredibly aggressive, intentionally. I was mad. I don't hate men. And I know most of the people who say, most of the women specifically who say, I hate all men, hate men who don't listen to women, which is a majority of men. Just to clarify. Not to be like, not all men, but like also, it is actively not all men. And, you know, we do recognize that. However, it's enough men.
That language is
to be
very
an issue.
interesting, though. Like
Yes.
saying not all men is like being like is like super defensive, but you
Oh,
can
it
like
is, it
admit
is.
it's the majority. And saying that
Right.
it's the majority should be enough. Like you don't
Yeah.
need to point out the one like in it like you don't need to point out the 1% of hand sanitizer that doesn't kill the germs.
Right.
The
Yeah, Ben.
majority.
Yeah.
There's
Sorry,
just
I just love
Okay,
Ben.
okay.
Ben is one of my favorites.
Okay, I heard you guys. I was
love him.
peeing and I heard you guys talking about not all men. But I have a story. I had
Ty.
to teach.
Sorry.
Hi, Ty.
Sorry. I got
I
excited.
I had an ex that I had to teach how to not be a misogynist. But he basically when like the kill all men thing was happening, he was very offended. And and then there was the other thing that men did in retaliation that I won't say. But
Right.
yeah.
You know the you know how people ask the question like, oh, like what do you think men are most scared of on a first date versus what do you think women are most scared of on a
Being
first
murdered.
date? Yeah,
Sorry.
the men are
That's
most
it.
scared of that. Oh no, she doesn't look like her picture. But the women are scared of being
He's
murdered.
to follow
Murdered.
me home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For their
Kidnapped,
safety.
Trafficked.
Anyway,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like that's genuine. Before we get into the story that you were about to tell,
Okay.
the not all men thing, when you were talking about your tweet, Vare, I almost, Sadie, in response to your tweet, I almost said my desire to see men suffer, and
Valid.
I realized that was really aggressive and that I didn't mean it.
No, fair.
I also want
I
to
would mean it.
clarify to the other men. And I ran my tweet by two of my guy friends because I was like, I want to offend men. I don't want to. I told Jenny this. I just don't want to offend my men. My men are cool. I like
My guys.
men.
My
My
guys.
guys. My
Yeah.
boys.
Women
I like
claim your
them.
men.
My men.
Claim your
God,
men.
I'm
Take
having a
back
heart
the power.
attack.
Yeah. Like Ben, Ty, you know, all of them. Those are mine. Those are my guys. And I don't want to
mine.
offend
I
them.
picked them.
But I also know that they're not the kinds of guys who would actively get offended by me being angry about the fact that generally men suck.
Oh yeah,
So-
because they
But you
say
know
it
what's
too.
interesting is they know they're in the 1%, like in our hand sanitizer 1%, because I don't know what.
Yeah.
Like
And
there's
they-
no actual statistics, so I don't want to say the 1%. Like it's only 1% of men.
But I get
yeah.
the
As you
metaphor.
know it's not about you, you don't have to
Analogy.
say that you know that it's not
Yeah,
about
like
you.
they know
Exactly.
it's not
You don't
about
have
them.
to
The ones who get
be-
offended on Twitter, it's obviously about
I
them.
know. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make
Yeah.
sure because I was very, very angry, and I didn't want to be saying things in anger that would hurt the people that I care about. You know.
Like, it's super fair to be angry about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the men who
Because
know
it's yeah, the men who know, and the men who like you don't
Haha, I'm a feminist. 6 foot, by the way. Like,
yeah, men
Women.
like that.
yeah.
Bro,
Just
I'm
tweet
so
women
tired of
thumbs up
dating.
and you got bitches on your dick.
Yeah.
That's all you
Oh
need.
my God.
No, true.
Oh my god, I
You
just
got bitches.
remembered a
Like
great
dream.
story
The
for
men
after
who
when Sadie
pretend
goes.
to be your friend just because they want sex.
I'm written by a woman.
Oh my god, don't even get me started.
Sorry, I'm like
And
holding my
rainbow-
boob because I'm having like a heart attack right now. I swear, it's like that. Nothing's happening.
There is
okay?
nothing wrong with holding parts of your body.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
literally,
I'm not
I was
sexual.
literally,
Anyone who
like,
says it does can
reaffirming.
fuck off.
I just don't want
I-
anyone
I'll-
to be like weirded out. I swear, it's just because I need to put pressure on my heart. I'm okay. But
Things do be hurting sometimes though,
Just have a heart attack.
without cause or
Sometimes you
reason.
just gotta hold them.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
Also,
Sometimes
it's
you
a
just gotta
comfort
go.
I literally earlier I was reaffirming. I think it was something that Bear said, or Squid, I can't remember, and I was sitting here just holding my titty casually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
you know, it's there.
I can't be
It
doing that when I face
happens.
reveal, y'all.
I think I tweeted once, because I was holding my boob, I'm pretty sure I tweeted, holding my boob, who wants to hold the other one?
Me, I will. Anyway,
got 2 hands.
Ben, just so you know,
That's
yes,
another
boobs
thing,
are
going-
sexualized
But I
by
want
men
to share.
constantly,
Duh.
Incredibly.
and it is
Yes.
incredibly frustrating.
Literally,
Because
the only
sometimes
purpose of boobs
I
is
want
to
to
feed.
show a nice picture of myself to guy friends, and there are certain friends of mine that I know I cannot trust to not overtly sexualize me.
Ew.
Not great friends, I know.
No.
How do you? Okay, are
How-
you
how
sure
do I
you
say-
have
okay,
a
wait.
language barrier?
It's okay, Ben, take your time.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Can I say my
You
story?
try. Opinion on men.
Let's
Opinion
go.
on men doing it. It depends. It's all about consent, in my opinion, but I've been in a position where, like, I was slowly starting to become more comfortable with my body, and I couldn't show my body in pictures or videos where I was in any sort of low cut or tight fitting top without him asking me to take off my shirt, and it's incredibly violating to have that be the only response every time you try to just wear something normally.
Ew.
Yeah. That was something. So
That was a
can we-
recent experience, by the way. Like, this isn't like old news. Like, that's recent.
Yeah. Like, can we talk about? Can we go back just for a brief moment and talk about our situations growing up, because that reminded me so much of my own family, calling me horrific things because I wore something that was low cut and I have a naturally large bust. I got big titties,
you're
man.
tempted.
I
You're
can't
like
help it.
tempting your male family members. That is
Oh!
disgusting. It makes me so angry. No, I am not the
Oh,
problem.
it was never that. It was
My
just, It was
bad.
my mother calling me a whore. That's really
I
all
am
it
so
was.
sorry.
And
So
Moses,
for
I'm
me,
sure
it was
that
like being like, "Oh, you
Mhm.
can't wear that around such and such." It's like, why not?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't start walking around the house without a bra on until I moved out.
Oh, I did. I didn't give a single fuck.
Because I felt
See,
so
I have this-
uncomfortable. I didn't. But also, like, my stepdad, my whole life, fucking creep. But that's a
I'm
whole
so
different
sorry.
issue.
That's
I'm
fair.
okay. That's my therapist.
No, Chance, it's not an urban
Noted.
legend. I've actually been told that several
Wait.
times.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't have my contacts in. Let me read.
Chance said, "I thought the
You know what's
tempting your
so
brother's thing was an
interesting?
urban legend."
No, that's not an
It's
urban
not.
legend.
It's not.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and something about
The-
like dress codes. Moses, I'm sure you probably run into something like this.
fucking started
Like,
on dress
I don't
I'm
know,
not
man.
even
I had a
talking
really
about, like, the
public
men
school.
versus
We had
women
girls
one.
show up in lingerie, so it was.
Yeah,
We did not
but
have
like
that.
We didn't really have
even
that
with,
issue,
like
man.
young girls developing bodies, sometimes the same clothes look different on different girls, and sometimes some girls are reprimanded and dress coded. Like,
For
It pro-
distracting the boys. You know what
Yeah.
I find distracting? Men in general. Can we have them removed from the classrooms, maybe?
Yeah.
This. I'm
That was
the
a
other
joke,
end of it.
for the record.
I'm the other
Wow.
end. I wouldn't get dress coded because I have no boobs.
I got
Yeah.
dress coded for showing my shoulders,
I ended up wearing it.
for showing my thighs because
And
my
I would-
thighs are a little bigger.
Like, that's messed up.
Mhm. I got dress coded because
I love my
I have I have a disproportionate chest to shoulder ratio because I'm short, but again, I got big titties, so it's hard
Yeah.
to have
the proportions are
A,
just so
um,
difficult.
it's hard to have a bra that doesn't show unless you're wearing a sports bra. So
True.
I would always get dress coded by this one vice principal who was the youngest of all of them. And I'm sitting here you skinny, I will literally throw you across the football field. I don't give a
I
fuck.
will sit on you and suffocate you.
Yes. It just
Not in a
it
sexy way.
genuinely- Yeah. I was an Amy. That's awful. Because here's the thing, there was a girl that was dress coded because it made the teacher uncomfortable. That
That's
she,
bullshit.
yeah, that she was wearing. It was in dress code too, but it was like she her shoulder was showing and she got dress coded for it, and it made the teacher uncomfortable. And I'm like, you were a grown-ass man.
Yeah, why are you looking at her shoulders?
Your wife, don't know if you know this, bitch got shoulders.
Yeah.
Probably never seen
showing them off.
People have shoulders.
Women
Oh yeah,
have
yes.
shoulders?
Women are young girls are
Exactly.
overly
Yes.
sexualized as
Yeah.
children constantly. It's a
Uh-huh.
constant thing.
You know
And
what
it's
is the distracting
awful.
part? Not you accidentally showing a shoulder. It's the teacher coming into the classroom, interrupting the entire class
Yeah,
to
what the
call you
hell?
out specifically to bring you to the office.
Mm-hmm.
I also
Not
think the
that, oh
argument
no,
that like
it's
oh,
not
it'll
3
distract
fingers
boys.
wide, you know?
That bothered me so much in school. The whole 3 fingers. Like no one
Yeah.
gives a fuck.
Oh, all right,
Do
stand up. You
you-
got to make sure your skirt is below your fingertips, you know?
Do you
That
guys
bullshit.
know how many assemblies we had over fucking yoga pants?
Oh,
leggings.
yeah, and
Leggings.
leggings.
We had a couple announcements, but we never had like assemblies about it.
Leggings were
We
banned
had
in my
at
middle
least
school.
3 a semester. At least 3 a semester.
I think.
God forbid women be comfortable.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. God forbid.
And you can like that. And the thing is that like a boy could show up to school in the literal pajamas that he was wearing the night before.
No
And he
effort,
wouldn't
not
get
even
fucking
showered.
dress
In
coded
PE
for
class,
I've
they
done
taught
that.
the guys take their shirts off, and there's nothing apparently wrong with that in school.
I'm sorry,
right?
I don't want to see men titty. Can you
Right?
put your
Oh
shirt
my
on?
god!
Yeah.
Sports bra.
The
Ew.
fucking I
Like,
just
was like,
remembered
I'm wearing a sports bra. Let me take my shirt off. It's not a big deal.
I just remembered
Oh, that's so gross. Cliff.
my fucking middle school gym teacher was a fucking creep, and he would just walk into the girls' locker room while we were changing sometimes to like get into, because there were there was a female teacher and a male teacher, and they had the office for them was in I think what they had offices in like the locker rooms, you know? So he would like try to get into her office, so he had to go in through the locker room just while
That's awful. No.
children were changing in
Actually,
People
there.
had that same setup.
What is it with
Wait,
men
we've
not
never had a male gym
understanding
teacher go
boundaries?
in the women's locker
He
room.
was fucking insane, and he would like sit and watch while we were running and like look us up and down.
Icky, no.
Yeah.
we had a substitute
Form.
that was like,
I, like,
in middle
actually-
school.
Just
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I just said I almost threw.
Oh yeah, no, that's valid. We had a substitute when I was in middle school that would come around, and one day, like, the girls would tell like the principal, they're like, he keeps being a creep. He keeps looking up other girls' skirts. He keeps doing this. Because he would like assign seating, and if you were wearing a skirt, usually you would be up in the front. And so
God.
he could see underneath it.
There was a phase at
And-
my middle school like that, but
Yeah.
with going up the stairs, you know, and there were
Oh.
guys who would stand underneath the stairs
Oh,
for that
that's just
specific
awful.
reason.
Yeah, I got used to just like holding my skirt to my legs when I would go up the stairs. Like
I
I
still
just
feel
did that
uncomfortable
forever.
wearing-
I'd still do that.
Forever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to answer your
I
question,
hate wearing dresses.
I learned about abstinence, but it wasn't just taught only to women. It was taught
Oh,
to
yeah.
the entire class. But it was taught as like I have a problem with this argument. I'm going to say something that might be triggering to some people, just as a forewarning. Abstinence is not a foolproof way to avoid pregnancy. It's not.
It's
Mhm.
not. No.
Because men can't take no for an
No, it's
answer.
not.
So
Exactly.
just
No, it's
throwing that out
not.
there. But
You
going
know-
back to like
You know,
the...
an interest.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, an interest, like, that's, like, it's totally true, because, like, I've, like, you know, when you go to the doctors and they're like, okay, when was your last period? Any chance you might be pregnant? And I'm like, yeah, not that I know of. Like, that's a real thought I've had. Crazy.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's terrifying. I know that when we were talking about like specifically in this case, like boys or men, like not respecting or even like having a modicum of understanding of boundaries, when it comes to like girls in college, in university, my second year of university, I was wearing an outfit. It was like skinny jeans and like kind of a crop top. You couldn't really see anything. It was a fantastic outfit. I looked hot as shit. And I was with a friend, and I have to give the background because it explains this. There are like these ping pong tables that are in the student union, and we were playing ping pong. And there's another table, and some like I guess some freshmen doing walkthrough, and they brought their whole family, including like younger boys, like young teen boys. And I remember we were playing ping pong, and all of a sudden, my friend, who was my partner at the time, walked over to me and was like, "We need to switch sides." And I was like, "Huh?" And they were like, "Just get on the other side." And so I walked over because whatever, they usually have my best interest at heart, and I thought it had something to do with the game. And then afterwards, they came up to me and they were like, "Those boys were staring at your ass, and they like were ogling you." And I was like, "What the heck?" These like literal children were sexualizing me, an adult woman. And the fact that like their parents were there and their parents weren't like stopping them. The fact that like my partner had to be like, "Hey, these literal like teen boys are sexualizing you, so you have to move." Like, and this is nothing against my partner. They did what they needed to do to make sure like I was in a safer position, but that like I felt so disgusted, and I have not worn that outfit since. That's how much it bothered me. I have not worn that outfit since. It's so gross.
That ignited a flame within me.
And like that same year, one of my friends sexualized me, a guy friend of mine, and like I made it very clear that I was not interested in him. Like one specific moment, this story, I can laugh about it now, but it is so unnervingly creepy when you think about it. I was walking on campus with my partner at the time. They weren't my partner anymore. We were just friends. We were walking, and the guy that was also our friend was walking with us, and he was kind of walking behind us. I wasn't really paying attention, and as we're walking, suddenly he comes up next to me and he whispers in my ear, "Your hair smells like Lucky Charms." Which is, first of all, a weird fucking like analogy, like thing to compare it to, but that means that he was actively like smelling my hair as we walked, and it still like makes me want to vomit. Like, what the hell?
Just the thought of somebody coming up randomly and whispering into my ear
It
makes
was
me want to
so
like
gross.
become a violent human being. The story that you were talking about before brings me to this thought of like, we need to talk about people sexualizing children and trying to like make it okay to like force. So okay, it's so cute when little Johnny has a little girlfriend, but her daddy is at home talking about how he's going to protect her with a gun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird.
Can we talk about that?
My dad actually would do that. Every time I talked about anyone that was in my life, even just as a friend, like any male, he'd just be like, "Well, you let that guy know that I have a shotgun." And I'm like, "Dad,
I've had that one.
You live in the South. Everyone knows you have a shotgun."
Every time I went to visit my
every house comes with one.
Every time I went to visit my grandfather, the first question was like, "Do you have a boyfriend yet?"
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that. Like, you talking to any boys? No, Donna, shut up. Leave me alone. My life does not revolve around men.
About me and your mom. Shut up, Clutzy.
I love that.
Every home in the South has a built-in shotgun
It's
above
true.
the entry door. It's so true. My apartment came with 2
You can't talk
shotguns.
about moms right now. This is women.
This is what? You can't talk about moms right now. This is woman
talk
time.
about disrespecting.
There we go. Okay.
No. He said, "Wait until you find out about
I
me
know,
and your
but the
mom."
way you
And I
phrased
was
it
like,
was
"Hold
so
on."
funny.
You literally
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
we can't
I
talk
don't
about moms
think
right now,
before
this is
I
woman
speak.
time.
Moms aren't
Yeah,
women.
well, I meant like moms, like in like don't be
Mom
weird
slash
about moms right now. This is women time.
Okay, real talk though, mothers
say it about
are
dads.
so villainized in media. Just throwing that out there. Like, fucking, it pisses me off because, like, I was thinking about this. The thing that triggered it is kind of ironic because I went out to feed my birds and my female pigeon is sitting on the nest right now. They just hatched a baby. And I was thinking, sitting there thinking, I was like, damn, male pigeons
They
are
ain't
just
shit.
they're so much better than, like, human men. They share equal responsibilities in raising young, and they mate for life. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like,
yo, men, be more like these fucking pigeons,
yeah, be more
please.
like pigeons. Please.
Thank you.
But, like, womanhood
Imagine
is
being
power, and the fact that it's
worse of a
demonized pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's
Pigeons
so
are-
hard to
Yeah.
be praised as a mother.
Or, like,
'Cause
when you become a mother and you're
everything you
told that you're
do
not
is
hot
wrong.
anymore.
Everything you
Yeah.
do is
Yeah.
wrong as a
Everyone
mother.
wants
But
to have
as
an
a
opinion.
father, if you read a book to a child, you're a fucking god.
Parenting. Like, what?
Yeah, like, oh my god, I can't. You watched the child for an hour while I went to go to the grocery store. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you
were
watched
the
your
best
you
dad in the world.
babysat your own child. You're
It shouldn't
incredible.
be babysitting. It's called parenting.
Yeah,
That's
You
actually
parenting
fucking
your
insane.
own
insane.
child?
Star.
Hi, Star.
Hi, Star.
Hi,
Thank you for the
Star.
raid.
Hello,
Hi,
Star
Raiders. Raiders,
Just
we were
as a
talking
heads up for-
about
yeah, there we go.
we're talking
Ra-
about things that might be potentially triggering and very kind of depressing. So
And it's
just
this is not
be
a very
aware.
PG friendly stream.
Very
As
yeah,
true.
true.
Yeah.
Be aware. Yes, please.
But
Yeah.
we're talking about
You did the
issues
bare
that
minimum.
About
You're the
stuff
epitome
that
of
make you feel
humans.
uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like fucking men.
Yeah.
Anyway, men.
Hashtag.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Glutzy, you just reminded me when you said that. Weaponized incompetence is a thing that men
Yeah.
use quite a bit, specifically in relationships. Not
What
just
does that
with,
mean?
just with weaponized incompetence is when a man pretends, not just a man, but it's usually men, when men pretend to not know how to do things to manipulate the women in their lives to do them for them.
I did that
or
with
to
my chores
purposefully
as
do
a
the
kid.
laundry bad.
Oh yeah, like I can do that. Like you ask your boyfriend to do the
woman to
laundry,
go,
and
"Oh,
he's
fine,
like,
I'll just do it
well,
myself."
like I'm not as
Yeah.
good at it as you
Oh
are.
my
Like,
God.
fine.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Like,
know how to
I
do
am not
laundry.
your mother. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna baby you.
Hey, for
Yeah.
any men in the chat, don't go into a relationship expecting your partner to take care of you like your mother. Grow the
True.
fuck
Yeah.
up.
That's why, like,
Disrespectfully.
it's a
like,
red
grow up.
flag if they still live with their parents because it's like they don't know how to function
Okay,
on their
I live with my
own.
parents, but that's
No,
because
I'm
I can't afford
mostly
to not.
men. Mostly men, because women, I mean,
Yeah.
like, you learn to do chores
But
very
you know
early
how to
on,
function
usually.
on your own.
Right.
You're
But here's also-
expected to grow up faster, but men, like, tend to be babied a little more, in my experience.
This is so true. Men are very infantilized, and not in
Yeah.
like a way. Well, first of all, it is
Fucking
detrimental
Carl
to their
Jacobs?
They're themselves.
base.
That's a grown man with hair on his dick and balls. Like, do
Why
not.
the dick? I don't think on the dick.
You don't know his
Maybe.
dick. I don't know.
I mean,
You know
everyone's
what? You're right.
different.
That's my bad.
You don't know. But yeah, he's not your uwu baby boy. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But you don't
Like-
see people
Oh,
being
hello.
like that
I know exactly
with
who you're
like
talking
the
about.
top women. Like you don't see people being like
Yeah.
Pokimane is my widow baby. She's so baby uwu.
No, you hear
No.
men going. No, you
Saying
hear
gross
men
fucking
going,
shit.
"Ooh, pokey boba."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, something else. Sorry, this just popped into my head. Running my trauma through my head. Just remembered.
Okay.
Men, you are not entitled to your partner's body, and you are not entitled to sex.
True.
Exactly.
You're not entitled to it.
You aren't entitled
It's not
to
something
jack
that can
shit.
be withheld because you don't have the right to it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Just throwing that out
It's-
there.
When you
Also,
start
fuck
to
Ninja.
weaponize
Fuck
Go
Ninja.
with that inside. Fuck Ninja. Hate
Fuck
that dude. I've
Ninja.
always hated him.
When you start
Fuck
to
Ninja.
act as though you are entitled to your partner's body, that is when it is
Basically,
time for your significant other to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like spit
Seek
on
some
you on the way
therapy.
out.
Yes.
But not in a good way.
I was given a story to share. Chance DM'd it to me. They didn't want to speak over women or trauma dump in the chat. But they said that the story that you told, Fair, reminded them of when in middle school a girl that they were best friends with got touched very inappropriately, and 2 teachers watched. She was the one who was suspended for it for wearing suggestive clothing. She was wearing a sweater and jeans.
That's vile. That makes me so angry.
Yeah. Which also, that story, saying it out loud, reminded me of, this is more of like a gay thing and not like a woman thing.
Sorry.
Did you
I'm
laugh?
not laughing at homosexuality. It was just the cut. I don't know why it made me laugh.
It's a gay thing. It's a gay thing.
No, this is more of a gay thing, but it's like
just about being gay. This is just because.
Oh god.
It applies in a sense because it's like wrongful, like you were doing this for no fucking reason other than prejudice. When I was in middle school, there was someone who my best friend in middle school in 7th grade was gay. He came out in 7th grade. And in 8th grade, I came out as bisexual. And kind of like kept it hidden after, like I re-entered the closet because everybody kind of forgot about it. But he wasn't very vocal about it to anyone other than like us, like his friend group. But he had a huge crush on this guy. And the guy found out about it because his friends overheard, because he was gay, so he like was bullied a lot. And they went to the principal and reported it. And the principal called me, him, and our other friend in individually to talk about it. And she was like, how does he even know that he's gay? And I'm like, you just know. It's like, how do you know you're straight? And she was like, well, you're not gay. And I was like, no, but I do like women. And she was like, well, how do you know that? And I'm like, I do. It's just
seen women?
Have you seen what a woman looks like?
That's why women, and it also happens
Respectfully,
the other time.
Yeah. And like, it reminded me of like, you're not doing this because you feel as though that there is something wrong. You're doing this because he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because he has a normal thing, which is a crush on another human being. I don't know what you want to talk about. That's like, it's just normal. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is ridiculous. And then she retired that year.
As she should. No job for her. I do want to emphasize though, because I know we kind of moved away from the topic a little bit, but for anyone that's ever put in this position, I know this this podcast, I guess you would call it, is more geared towards like women and women's issues, but you are like not at fault for anything that someone else does to you. I'm trying to use as like PG language as possible because I know it's a really triggering subject, but what someone else does to you is not your fault ever.
You are not responsible for other people's actions.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just bear that in mind.
Yeah. But the things that you do to try and avoid that can have lasting effects on your mental health for your entire life.
That is true.
Which I can attest to. But yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I had one point that I wanted to mention like earlier that's definitely a bit away from this specific thing. But regarding like video games and Twitch and a lot of the directions that video gaming is seeming to go at the moment in regards to virtual reality, I'm not sure how many people are aware of the way in which virtual reality is like calibrated for a person's eyes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Oh yeah.
You know how a lot of women are like, oh no, virtual reality headsets, they make me motion sick, and everyone's like, ugh, women and their weak composition, you know? It's because the
Only
way
weak
that
and I will break you, I swear to God.
the way in which virtual reality headsets and also literally glasses are like made to fit your fucking face is they measure what's called your pupillary distance, and obviously women tend to be a little bit not as large as men, you know, so the pupillary distance average for women is obviously less than it is for men. But all the fucking Oculuses and all that bullshit in the world, they're not making multiple versions of that. So, thus, it's just automatically excluding and making uncomfortable so many fucking people, which I don't know, makes me very mad when I think about.
It's hilarious to me that they are attaining or not attaining fucking fuck.
NBVR
What's the
headsets.
word? What's the word?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know.
Trying to say catering. That's it's insane to me that they're catering to to an like physically to an audience that isn't even a majority of the world.
I also want to mention along the same lines, personally, I fucking love console games. Like, I started playing PlayStation games for the first time in my entire life over the course of the pandemic. But I can't play them for very long because the controllers are physically too large for my hands, and it is uncomfortable to play games.
Oh, that's how I felt the first time I picked up an Xbox controller, and then because I play on the PlayStation, and it's so much more comfortable.
Yeah,
it made me angry holding an Xbox controller because I was like, "What the hell is this? Whose hands would fit this?"
Yeah, my hands, I literally can't
uncomfortably
put my
large
thumbs on the
hands.
fucking thumbsticks comfortably, and this obviously all ties back to male-dominated industries and all of these creative industries that are dominated by men. And I can speak to being a feminine-presenting person in like design and stuff like that, and how I am just automatically dismissed because of the way that I fucking look. Meanwhile, I have years more experience than so many of these people. But
can we talk about
Moses, your shit? Oh my god. You've talked to me about what you do. I can't imagine what it must be like.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Wait, Trin just made a really good comment. It sucks that women are advised from a young age to be careful with older men in person and online, but like, why aren't the men being advised to not be creeps? LOL.
Yeah.
Because
it's natural.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's so fucking stupid.
Oh my god,
on that topic,
you
y'all,
saying,
be
Mika?
careful online. We've dealt with a lot of creeps, specifically men. I know this is just reiterating, like, telling women to be careful, but I swear to God, the men aren't gonna change. Unfortunately, we can't change that instantly, so be careful, please. Talk to mods if you're in a situation online. The mods will listen. Like, DMs are always open, like, specifically mine. I know for modding stuff, like...
Yeah, and to speak on that, if someone is making you uncomfortable online, probability is you're not the only person they're making that
is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
It is okay to be the whistleblower.
Yeah.
It is okay to be a whistleblower.
Yes.
In my personal experience, I have been a whistleblower before, and you don't even know how many people came forward after that.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to cancel
really
people.
Important.
Yes.
Don't be like, oh, I don't want to
It's not even canceling. When your safety is
just, like,
put in
bring up an
jeopardy, it's
issue.
not canceling. It's just looking out for your safety. And
Yeah.
literally, just
And, like,
tell people it's okay. You won't be judged.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
And like in the situations that we've seen like on Twitter and stuff, when more people come out after one person comes out, it's like really definitely in the character of the person, because most of them are not fake.
Yeah.
They've obviously been way too scared to share this because it's traumatizing and it's scary to talk about.
That is 100%
So
true.
please just feel free to reach out or like say if someone's making you feel weird.
Also, don't invalidate your own experiences. I know it's hard to like look at things like, well, it's not like that bad. Like if you're being made uncomfortable, talk about it. It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to recognize that your experiences are valid. There have been situations that Moses and Sadie are aware of, like deeply aware of, where things have gone on long enough because this is not the victim's fault at all, but they felt like it wasn't as big of an issue, or like they didn't have like the right to talk about it, or like it wasn't that big of a deal, and just like it was a big deal. It ended up being a very big deal. So please talk to people. We are here. That's why mods exist. Like, talk to them, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. On that note, I was thinking of like,
Jesus Christ.
you know, I had a thought and then I lost it. Like every moment of it, gone.
I'm so sorry.
Gone.
It's okay.
Mika, what were you asking me earlier? My Discord cut out.
Oh, I was just sort of mentioning regarding the presence or the male-dominated creative industries and how they sort of set the standard with a lot of like user products, if that makes sense. And how, I mean, I was mentioning like being in a creative field or very technical field, being a woman in an industry like that, you can often just be automatically invalidated by your peers because of the way that you look, which can obviously relate to both being a woman and a person of color in any industry like that. But I also wanted to mention, I was thinking about this earlier, like kind of tying it back to the birth control thing regarding medical testing. And before a lot of medical related things get tested on people, you know, they're often tested on small mammals like rats or mice or stuff like that. And I actually saw a study and some comments about a study a while back that mentioned that the scientists did not want to test on female mice because they were too unpredictable. And the medications affected them differently over periods of time, which obviously, you know, women have hormone cycles, and
that's the exact reason you should be. Oh my god.
They're literally invalidating the entire scientific process that I have based my entire life on.
Yeah. Aren't they meant to document that? Yeah, that's why so many medications, so many medical procedures, amounts of anesthesia that are used, every fucking thing like that is calibrated to men.
Yep.
And they just don't do the fucking testing because it's too complicated, it takes too long, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too hard. We don't want to do it. It's too hard. Brain do not work.
Yeah. Yeah, so many things.
Oh my god, they literally, the first day you walk into science class, they say, the data doesn't lie. I'm so sorry. I'm just having like a career crisis right now.
If the intentions are not there.
Yeah, it's
there's so much.
Yeah, but like obviously like mice, like female mice freaking out about a medication is something that you should document and not just ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just like
Yeah, I'm studying this right now. I'm studying like research ethics currently. And like that's just bad practice in general. That's like very unethical. Just like from as someone who's like studying this, like I can say that like there are standards and that is well below the standard.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, and getting like mentioning what Trin said in chat regarding like, oh gosh, the way that if women are to want to get specific medical procedures, be that tube tying or hysterectomies or stuff like that, you have to get explicit permission from your husband. Or apparently, when I was learning about this when I was younger, my mom and I did some research, and apparently, if you know you're not married, you have to get permission from your father.
What if your father's dead?
I mean, that I don't know what to tell you.
I love how two of you went. What if your father's dead?
Well, I mean, like I don't have it. Like I talked about this earlier. To dream date.
Love it.
In VC, and Mika was there as well. But like, my biological father, like, I don't know who he is because I had a very unconventional start to life. We'll just say that. Like, the short of it is that, like, my mother had me through IVF, right? And so, like, it was a willing situation where she wanted to be a mother, and so she became a single mother on her own of her own volition. But she wanted, I don't know what it was really. Anyway, I had, like, tried to find my dad, and the bank that had the sperm put, like, I was supposed to be somebody else's child, in the short of it. So, like, my father's sperm was not supposed to be thankfully, like, it worked out because, like, the traits were similar. So finding my birth father would be really difficult. So if I wanted to go have a hysterectomy, who the fuck do I talk to?
Yeah. And I'm sure those
Well,
rules
also,
are
like, the idea
specific
of having
like,
to ask
states.
your husband, like,
Yeah.
I'm a
your
grown
husband
ass
want
woman. I
future
ain't gotta ask
children?
my daddy for shit.
The hell?
Yeah.
So dumb.
Why the hell would I be asking? Like,
Or,
why
like-
does it? I don't want kids. Why do I want to ask if my husband? Like, what?
Like, I don't
Yeah.
give a
Sorry,
shit.
that just-
He can
that
have
makes me
kids with
mad.
someone else.
If it was up to me,
Like-
I would get that shit done now.
Like,
Just like no kids.
I would drive right now, take it out. Take it
Yeah.
out. Give it to somebody else who wants it. I don't want it.
Yeah, because
The
I know
quality of
for a
life that would be improved from that.
Like, I hate getting my period. I have never looked at baby clothes for a baby and thought that I wanted one.
Yeah.
Never in my life. I've just always been a person who doesn't want, like, who has not had that drive to have kids. I work with kids. I'm a camp counselor over the summer. I enjoy it, but I've never wanted to have my own. It's something that's always been like, and people are like, oh, how many kids do you want? Do you have any baby names picked out? And I'm like, bro, I'm in college. First of all, well, it was like when I was in high school, when I was in middle school. And I'm like, I don't know if I even want kids. I know
Yeah.
now I definitely don't want kids until I have a career. So that's not until I'm 30.
I also hate how, like,
That
women
shit's
are
hard too.
like
Anyways.
super judged for not wanting to have kids. Like, why the hell
Oh
does
my
it
gosh,
matter?
yeah.
It is not. My job is not to be a baby maker. Stop making, like, why are you putting my worth in, like, the fact of the like whether or not I want to have kids? That's such bullshit. Like, even
Yeah.
if I do want to have kids, that's none of your goddamn business.
Right.
It does not impact my ability to perform in the workplace or in school at all. Does not impact it at all.
Yeah,
I just want to say, Trin, we
were
did talk about that
We did talk
earlier.
about that, yeah.
I brought out my
Okay.
birth control. I brought out the side effects. It's right here. I'm very carefully covering my name.
Yeah.
But we brought it out. We looked at it, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love the little like day
Oh.
week stickers that they give you so you can like align it on there. I just think the stickers that they give you are really cute.
They
it
give you
comes
stickers?
like it like comes like with this." See, my box,
That's
like, it
cute.
says like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at the top. It's like you can't really see it.
Mhm.
You can see where I am in my cycle.
You want a little case for it? I didn't have a
But
case
like
for
it
mine.
also comes. Yeah, no. See, the last
I want a
one
Bedazzled
they switched it.
case.
This is actually
Yeah.
the name brand. Oh my
Oh.
god, that's such a good
Oh,
idea.
we're fancy.
Oh my god, I have so many
You
rhinestones.
have rhinestones. Bedazzle you.
Genuinely.
Bedazzle your birth control.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh my
I
gosh.
just got so excited. Next, Ginny.
Anyway, we
Yeah.
should have a
Oh,
Ladies
man.
of SM Piss podcast every now and then
Bedazzling my
talking
birthday.
about controversial
Yeah,
topics.
I would love
we
to.
This is
are
a
gonna
good
have to
idea.
wrap it up soon because
Yeah,
I
I
am
gotta-
getting tired.
Out.
Yeah, I'm also
Valid.
my voice hurts.
But yeah.
And I got the vaccine. I got a booster shot today, so I'm feeling tired.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Oh yeah. Next podcast, talk about the untold side effects of the vaccine on women.
Oh, based.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get shout
That's really
outs?
interesting. I almost didn't get the booster because of it.
Can we get shout outs for Ginny and Mika and Moses, please? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for chatting it up with me. This is like the longest stream I've had in a very long time. Ginny's space ill. It's okay.
It's very fun.
Thank you guys for all the follows. I did not thank you, most of you, because we be busy. We be chatting and talking. Thank you for anyone who rated all those little raids. Yeah.
There were a lot of raids.
Also, I think the final message to men would be thank you for listening and keep listening, like Sadie said.
Yes.
Listen to women instead of speaking over them. You'll learn a lot.
Maybe we should rate Squid, because Squid was on here earlier.
Squid's... Squid. Okay, yeah. I didn't know she was live.
Oh yeah. Okay. You also see me over on Squid stream in a little while.
I don't stream. You don't have to do that. I'm not a streamer.
Imagine
thank you.
streaming art.
Maybe.
Thank you, Sadie, for hosting this. This is actually incredible.
I did not know I was going to do this.
Yeah, no, this was
I had fun.
It was good. It was really good.
I think you might have
need to do more stuff
niche.
like this.
Yeah.
I'm a talk show host for sure.
Oh
wait, I didn't mean to do that. Aw, I forgot to stream.
For sure.
What?
I meant to do...
I
meant to do...
You got it. You'll figure it out.
Oh man,
you got it. No, yeah, you got it.
I'm so used to being a mod. I
got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
No, like
you are the streamer now.
It's again.
Streamer.
Modding.
Do it. Okay, there we go. I did it.
All right, join the raid,
guys.
Oh, for those who don't know, Squid was
so
here earlier. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have like a? Do we have a? Guys, do the.
Did you forget? Sadie raid.
Yeah, I don't even know what I have.
Oh
here.
God.
Do the copy paste that little. Yeah, it's the stinky cheese.
I love it.
I love stinky cheese.
Is Nightbot not subbed? I'll have to give the sub to Nightbot again.
Okay. But thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. This is something that's very important to me, and I know all the people that are in this call, it's very important to as well. Yeah, continue to listen to women's stories. If you are a woman, continue to speak out. Tell your stories. And make those men fucking listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate you guys. Go show Squid some love. We love Squid. Bye, guys.
Bye. We love Squid. Bye.
Bye.